14 for like free. I have the files.
Oh, Edelson, are you here?
That one might be.
Alright, let's go move into Gamma Delta. Alright, Edelson.
Yep.
Why are you so quiet?
If I'm quiet, it's because I put the fucking sensitivity up, bring it down.
Oh.
Alright.
Alright.
Yeah.
So anyhow, my stream has started here. So anyhow, Edelson, I feel like Gamma, we're really behind on shit, but we don't really know what to do to get things done, so what do we need to get done, Edelson?
The what?
We're really behind compared to everybody else, but I really don't know what we need to be doing.
I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter. We're not gonna focus on catching up. I just want to get the Enderman farm done. That's right.
Yeah, the thing with the Enderman farm, though, is we need to stick other metals in there as well, and we're also gonna get blood in this smeltery, so, like, are we even doing it the right way? And we also need to get the essence, which to get the essence, we need cursed earth to slaughter mobs for us. So we gotta get into some magic stuff.
What do you want me to teach you?
Basically, we just need to create a grinder with cursed earth and grinders. But I'm pretty sure we can figure this one out on our own.
Okay, I'll just continue with what I've been figuring
Whatever you've
out.
been working on. What have you been working on, anyways?
More of the Thaumcraft stuff.
Ah. That's the, like, magic flowers and stuff, isn't it?
That's Botania.
Okay.
Thaumcraft is with the golems and stuff.
Okay.
And wands and nodes. I made a
yeah.
gaseous light and a gaseous darkness.
Right, so Edelson, for the sake of collecting items, and for the sake of collecting essence, we're going to need to create a mob grinder with cursed
No
earth.
response to what I just said. Okay.
Yeah, no, because I don't know what it means.
I can really create darkness or light without torches.
You mean the same stuff that Slayer spammed all over our base? We have
No.
these little red glowy things everywhere.
They don't make any form of, I guess, particle. It looks like a natural light, even if it's not a natural light.
Okay, so it's just glow.
Yes.
Got it.
I need to mess with some router settings though. Hopefully. I don't think it'll crash.
I mean, it's probably going to shut down everything for a little bit.
Like
What are you changing anyways?
The fucking router cannot obtain IP address. I'm just looking through the forums and trying to see if anybody else. But that's the issue that everyone has. Everyone who has issues with the Wi-Fi, it's always cannot obtain IP address. Always.
Oh yeah, on all like the phones and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I mean, my educated guess would be, since you have it so that both of the channels are in the same, like, same signal, and the router's trying to figure out which device belongs to what channel, my guess is it's probably that is causing problems, because it can't figure out what goes where exactly. Also, I think every time you've updated the router settings, it's one of the things that triggers an IP address change.
Oh, I can mess with Alpha now.
Why would you want to?
Just see how Demon reacts to me releasing the dark gas, I guess. Because it will spread and just put them in a dome of darkness, like there's no light whatsoever.
Sounds fairly counterproductive to the entire goal of this mod pack.
Why? There's no corruption.
No, but the whole point of this is to, like, make the planet habitable, and encasing chunks of the planet in darkness seems pretty counterproductive to that.
I can always get rid of it. I made a magical device for that.
Of course you did.
I can literally bring it in and take it out.
We must be joined as one chat. We mustn't split. No.
What?
Spunkled. So anyhow, Edelson, once you're on, we gotta work on, getting Cursed Earth and making a mob grinder for the sake of not only items, but for the sake of getting thing. My brain just stopped working, but you know what I'm talking about.
Cursed Earth.
Yeah, Cursed Earth, so we can, you know, do whatever it is.
Shit. Have fun. You're probably gonna have to hack it in.
I mean, everybody else has got it.
Beta has it.
How hard could it possibly
No,
be?
You need a divination sigil, which you find rarely in a chest in a mine.
Oh, isn't that the thing that somebody had and then lost?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll probably have to cheat that in then, since it's missing.
Yeah, that's why I was saying. You're gonna have to probably cheat it in.
Well, yeah, I'm okay with cheating in the sigil. I thought you were talking about cheating in the Cursed Earth.
No. Also, since the end is disabled, there's an item I need, but I need to go to the end for it.
I don't think the end is disabled by me, though. I think it's disabled by the mod pack.
Yeah, so there's one item in
So
the
there's
magic.
some other way to get it, if that's the case.
Every time I look at the item, I have to go to the end. Because it's a bottle of ender air, I guess you could call it.
Then it's probably not something that the mod creators want you to even be doing.
Was
That's the
Thaumcraft
case.
originally part of this mod?
What? Yeah, everything that's in here is part of it, but the people who made Blightfall heavily restrict what you can and can't do using the various mods. So stuff that you normally would be able to do, they just don't let you. Because they want to be really restrictive.
Well, then. Also, we can't make those rings.
This is
that
so
allow us to fly.
contradicted.
What?
So, online it says the best channel frequency to use for 5 gigahertz is the lowest. You want the lowest channel that has the highest power, the highest transmit power. I go to Netgear, I go to the thing,
Yeah.
I put it to the lowest one that has the highest transmit power, and it's like, we at Netgear do not recommend putting it below 149 hertz or gigahertz or whatever. It's like, but why? It's the internet says that, you know, it's better if it's lower, but then you're telling me that it's bad if it's lower. Like,
So what are they telling you to change? Sorry, I wasn't entirely following. I'm like half doing things in
so the
game.
channel for the Wi-Fi bands.
Yeah, the
is
channel.
that-
I told you what the channel was before, remember?
I know, but either way, I searched it up again, and basically it's been saying that the lower the channel, as long as it has a high transmit power, it's best to choose the lowest one. And then I go to change it to the lowest one here, which is 40, because they say don't put it below 40, because then some devices will get it mixed up with the 2.4 for some reason.
It's probably
Yeah.
just they don't expect that a 5 gigahertz channel would be on a low bandwidth or something, and it's just crap programming.
Yeah, but then it's like, oh, the lower you go, the better the signal is. But then it's like you're
Yeah,
speaking.
it's like, I think it's low is clearer connection, shorter range. High is bigger range, less clear connection.
Right. True.
I think that's what it is, isn't it?
No, yeah, that is what it is.
Yeah.
These with the these.
That's probably why you sometimes have bad connection with the thing, because your thing connects 2.4, right? And the channel
what
is set
does?
to auto. Your wireless adapter. or
Um,
whatever.
If I have it on the dual band, it connects over 2.4. If I have it on 2.4, it connects to 2.4. If I have it on 5, it will only connect if I turn on my computer and then restart the router. And then afterwards, it will no longer connect on 5 if I turn my computer off and back on again. Stupid issue.
So check. I'll put it on. I don't want to put it on 5 because I might.
Let's just not fuck with it right now since we're doing something. You just fuck with it after.
Okay.
Because I don't want to have everyone get kicked out, and then I have to explain to everybody why they've been booted off of the internet, why they need to change the IP address.
Again.
Yeah. So anyhow, Wilson, for the sake of the essence and just for collecting stuff, we probably want to get a mob grinder going with Cursed Earth. So once you're in here, I'll just spawn in one of the sigils, and we'll figure out what to do.
If it doesn't disappear after you use it, can you send it my way?
I mean, there's only one in, like, the entire map, right? Intended to be?
I think intended to be yes, but it is possible to find more. But it's close to impossible.
So is it or is it not intended to have only one sigil in the entire game?
I don't know. I've looked up Blightfall wikis, and it's saying that it is possible, but... Yeah,
I'm not
at least
asking if
there's
it's
one.
possible, I'm asking is it intended behavior?
I don't know. That's the problem.
Okay, then. Because, like, there's a fucking Mario Kart level where it's possible to win the race by going off to the side and driving in a circle around a pillar, but that's clearly not intended behavior.
Yeah, but it's like, no one knows if it's intended or not.
Wait, really? No one knows if that's intended or not.
Yeah, because the creators never said if it was intended for there to be more than one, or if there's just one.
Well, that's annoying.
Yeah.
Anyhow, Adelson, are you still looking at router settings?
No, I'm joining.
Oh. I'm gonna finish up this rubber tree farm while I wait for you to show up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't even remember why we need rubber. But we need it for something. The one thing it's needed for, if it's only needed for one thing, might have already been gotten, but whatever. We're gonna have a rubber tree farm now. I want the wall to be 3 away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we go here, and we go 1, 2, 3, 1. What's the problem you're having?
No, my game literally made my computer go into slow motion.
Oh, I have no idea. Honestly, even though this is a mod pack, you can probably blame Mojang for that one. You know what's nuts?
What?
I'm fully aware of how old 1.7.10 is, but like, because I started in 1.2.3, 1.7.10 still feels fairly new. Like, I'm aware when I play it, like, oh yeah, this is an older version of the game, but when I'm thinking about it, I'm like, It doesn't really seem like it is, though. Hey, Shadow, when did you start playing Minecraft? Like, do you remember the version? Or the year? Shadow? Are you there? Is anybody there?
Huh? Sorry,
Oh.
my girlfriend's talking to me, so...
Oh, when did you first play Minecraft? Like, do you remember the year or the version?
I don't remember the version, but it was back almost, like, 7 years ago.
Oh, damn. So that was probably close to the time I was starting then, if not a little bit, only a little bit later, like a year later.
Well, 7 or 8 years ago I started playing.
Yeah, I started when I was like, I think like 12, which would have been 8. Alright, Edelson, you're in? Alright, so what we need is we need grinders, because those things basically just automatically kill shit for us. And we're going to need, Cursed Earth, because Cursed Earth will spawn mobs on top of it. So we need to figure out what mod Cursed Earth is a part of and how to create it. And then we also need to figure out, my brain turned off, sorry. We also need to figure out, how to make the grinders. So who wants what job? Did you say
you want to do, and then just tell me an item I have to get?
Um,
You do your thing. Just I don't know. I don't know what, like, a grinder. Is that an object?
it's an item that we get to craft.
Okay, then I'll just do that.
Alright. We'll need at least one. If we want a big farm, we'll need more than one. But
We already have one.
at least one. We do?
Yes.
Hmm.
So we'll just start off with one then.
This is just lame. There's no downside. No downside to what? Hold on a minute. What do you mean there's no downside? What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's just
We're bored.
it's less exciting.
What?
There's only 2 of us here, and neither of us are streaming or recording this. We're literally just talking to each other. This is boring as fuck. There's only 5 of us total. Why can't we be in a call all together?
Because
There's
5
no
is
point.
too much for me to handle when me and Edelson are trying to plan something out.
We're not gonna talk too much. We're just gonna do our own little thing and fuck around.
Alright, then what's the point of being in a call with us when we're just going to be focused on each other? We're going to be ignoring you two.
Because I'm lonely, and maybe I might want to have a conversation when y'all aren't too busy with something.
I'm not, like, very mentally high-functioning to deal with that. Like, flat 5 in a call is too much. And where has Darius and Zex been, anyways?
I don't know, but please don't do this.
Apparently Darius-
I'm dying here.
A lot.
What
I
now?
need mental stimuli.
Darius has been playing Arma, I guess.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna go back to Eddles and we're gonna figure out how to do our Cursed Earth thing.
I need mental stimulation. Don't do this.
Then find your own stimulation.
How? I don't have a fucking dildo like you.
I don't know, why don't you just follow the quest book and, you know, do something?
If Slayer and I are here, but we're not streaming, we might as well just be playing Majesty or something.
Yeah, we might as well.
We're just kind of in the same Minecraft world.
We could probably do both.
I don't know, do
Would've been
both then? I don't know.
Actually exciting, just put everyone in the same dome. I know I'm the one that said we shouldn't,
Yeah, you did.
but in hindsight, we should have.
I don't know, I feel like that would have been too much shit to deal with, though, having everyone in the same dome.
Nah, I would have been fine. I would have had my own little like sadness corner.
No, it would have been too many people for me to keep track of everything. Alright, I'm gonna go
The
figure
only
out
person-
the Cursed Earth and stuff.
Hate you.
Apparently they're just, like, bored sitting on their own because they don't know what to do.
if they're bored, they're not really obligated to be here. They can be brave.
Send Demon back to Epsilon to clear up the blight there by hand.
I remember they were doing that at the beginning. They were clearing it out by hand while Demon was, and he thought torches kept it away.
Okay, so now that we have the auto spawner, what else do you need?
We need cursed... Wait, what? No, we need a mob farm to get essence and items, which we don't want an auto spawner for.
You want a mob grinder?
Yeah, we want a grinder.
A grinder and what else?
Cursed earth, which I gotta figure out how to do. I mean, I guess if they know how to do cursed earth, we could just get into a call with them.
Nope. If you want, but...
Alright, fine. I'm just gonna do this then. I'll just do a 4-person call, and if it's too much for me to handle, I'm not doing it next time. Or, you know, you can leave. Okay, get what you want. Then fuck off. Makes sense. Never mind then. Guess we're not doing that.
What happened?
They were complaining that they were alone in a call, and I was like, alright, fine. I'll give in, and then they just immediately left the second I stuck them into the same call with us, which makes total fucking sense. Get what you want and then piss off.
See, this is what happens when I listen to him.
Listen to who?
Bunkled.
What?
We leave only for you all to hop back in here.
No, I was like, you know what, fine, I don't know how to do the cursed earth, and I don't feel like Googling it, so if one of you two knows how to do it, might as well.
Oh, Darius, it's something with like the activation sigil thing, which I remember.
Which you said Darius lost.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll just...
What the fuck is up with that?
Shadow said when he looked at the wiki, it said it was possible to find more than one, but what I want to know is whether that's intended behavior or not, to be able to find more than one of them.
Well, all the loot in Blightfall is it's like all manually put there, so it's got to be like in another spot. I doubt that we've gotten like every single bit of loot.
Alright, so where are the sigils found then?
I am not aware of any of this information.
Oh, apparently someone posted on Blightfall Reddit, which is still a thing.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, God.
It's
103 members, 11 online.
yeah, it's not very active now, but it is a thing.
Oh, yeah, apparently. Oh, thanks for all the help, guys. I found it on the Obelisk Island. That's where I found mine, which is the one that Darius had.
So, is there another place that one can be found?
Obelisk.
The Obelisk. I know.
It's obelisk. Like the Tormentor.
Chests on the floating island between Mushroom Biome and Eerie Island, where the lime mystical flower is.
So
Eerie Island, that's the Obelisk Island, right?
that's where to find one, or is that where that guy found his?
That's where someone says he found his.
But if that's one we've already had, then we'd want to look for a different one.
Yeah, he said it was
what are we looking
between.
for?
He said it was between the island, between the Mushroom Island and the Eerie Island.
So where did you get yours?
I'll head over to the Obelisk Island,
All right.
which is the Obelisk.
Wait,
Island
what
is
are we
the area.
looking for?
I need a
that's not
division
the Obelisk.
sigil to make cursed earth so I can make my own mob grinder like there is over at Alpha.
Okay, I found like.
Division sigil.
See, this is why you
It's
should have
weird,
probably
but
been
it's
reading your
from,
quest book and doing things.
Oh no, that's not from the quest book at all.
I know, but like I'm just pointing out that if Slayer had been like doing shit, he probably would have figured this out earlier.
Man, space travel was my shit. When I first wanted to play this thing, I thought we were going to space, and then I found out we weren't. We were stuck on a planet. I was like, oh.
I literally explained exactly what this pack was to you ahead of time.
I'm hypnotized by the
Wait,
transporter beacon.
What do laser drills do?
They just like drill into bedrock and create infinite resources. Spunkold has a
yeah.
few.
Those are powered.
Do we
They
have
take a lot of
bedrock?
power though.
Spunkold has a few, and yeah, there's
You
bedrock.
can just dig down. I have some.
I want laser eyeballs, but I can't find the
We
mod.
have one now. I don't know how to
Actually-
use it.
Oh,
Wait,
I
we have a
I
laser
three
drill?
charges for you.
Yes.
Oh wait, that's right.
I'll bring you
Spunkle
some
does have a
pre-charges
laser
for
drill.
it.
Who knows what the name of the laser eyeball mod is that Tommy Innit posted?
I don't.
That mod looks fun.
God
I
damn.
mean, I don't
You,
watch
you could
TV,
like go look at his description and see if he listed it there.
That's the thing. I wouldn't be asking if you did. I always
I
check
don't
the
want-
description.
You
Okay, I
guys-
figured you
you
just
guys-
didn't check it.
No, I always check it.
You guys know of like the whole thing Twitch is doing with like banning people who have made, or they've banned a recent person. Recently they banned a person who was like, you made your account before you were 13 years of age or older. We're gonna ban.
But now they're 13. So
No, like they're over 13 now, but they're like, oh, since your account was made before you were 13, we have to ban you. But
I
then
mean,
there's like Tommy in
kinda
it. There's
And
Tommy
that
in
makes
it.
sense, but that's
I get
kinda
it,
dumb.
I get it.
It makes
No,
sense,
no,
but it's
legal-
dumb.
I get the legal
That's
point,
not the
but, like, it's still
problem.
dumb.
That's not even the problem, because sure that can be like, you know, taken into account and actually acted upon.
Yeah.
But then there's Tommy in it who made his account when he was like 11 or 12, and he doesn't have his account suspended.
That's probably
Yeah,
because he
he's big
rakes
and makes some
in.
money.
He probably rakes in Twitch a
gets
bunch
like
of money, so they
quarter
look
of a
the other
million
way.
viewers. He gets like a quarter of a million
Yes,
viewers
but
every
the
fucking
thing is,
stream.
I
It's
guess
crazy.
it makes sense in a way, because I'm just gonna. They the fine is like $4,000
Bruh.
if you get caught doing it, and that's it. So I'm assuming what they do is they just ask him for the $4,000 or take it out of his pay because he makes so much. But at the same time, shouldn't they just like act upon that rule for all the streamers and maybe
Wait.
just put a suspension on him and then have him go like, oh,
The
I'll
fine. Do you mean like COPPA?
yeah, that thing.
Yeah. God, I remember that was like a huge fucking deal. Like a bunch of YouTubers.
I
were talking
completely
about, like, how
ignored
that was
it.
Gonna be a gigantic deal.
I've
apparently-
completely ignored it because
Nothing
everybody
much
who
going on.
ever talks about copyright ever is, and like, oh,
it wasn't
YouTube's
copyright.
implemented this. I know, but I'm just pointing out whenever anybody like brings up copyright or some new law or whatever, they always blame all the platforms, even though these are like government laws. So everybody's just a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like with Article 13, for example, no one was blaming like.
Yeah,
YouTube
because
on
that was really clear, and it also happens that like
Yeah.
Europe is very, very split on whether the European Union is positive or not, so half of Europe will jump on any chance to shit on the EU.
I'm just interested as into the fact that they'd be willing to ban a smaller streamer who's not raking as much money. They're raking in money for themselves, but not nearly the numbers that he's breaking in. But it's like, if you're gonna act
It also
upon
might
it,
just be
turn
that
the
they're
streamers,
doing
act
it in a
upon
way
upon
where they don't think they're gonna get caught doing it. Twitch is like, we want their revenue, so we like don't do it
Well, they'll
for the
never be
people
caught.
that people aren't gonna notice we're doing it on.
They're never gonna notice. They whatever
But if
the law is.
that was
the,
taken
the,
into
the people
account, though.
enforcing it don't give a shit about like online like internet stuff. No,
No,
one
right, but
cares.
If
No,
that
we're
was
talking about
actually-
Twitch's decisions. Anyhow,
if
where
that was-
can we
if
find
that
a
was actually-
decision sigil, Spunkled? That's what we're
Alright.
supposed to be doing. Where can we find the division sigil?
I don't know, but Berm, I was gonna show you something here.
Just in a mine.
But
Oh,
if that
boy.
was true, though, if they were never gonna be caught for it, why would they enact upon a smaller streamer? I just don't get it.
I don't know.
I see the giant shuriken in
My
the
just-
crafting
my whole
menu, but I
issue-
can't click on it to see how to
my
make
whole
it. and I
issue
Then you
with
can't
Twitch is
make
that
it.
Ew, transfer nodes. Ew. Why the?
Oh
ew.
no, anything that's listed as
Because
custom
you're the
NPCs,
only.
I can't
Because
build.
you're the. Then you can't build it. Simple
I'm
as that.
upset. Well, no, I can build the machine gun. I just can't build any of the other weapons.
Well, then you can't build it. Simple as that. Anyhow,
I'm upset.
this is why I wanted separate
Put down your
calls so I could actually
just, like,
focus on
just
what the
put down
fuck
your,
I'm
like,
doing.
Go ahead.
What is it?
I forgot what I was gonna say now. Whatever, it doesn't fucking matter.
You were wondering about the sigil. You find them in the.
No, I wasn't. It was something different, but everybody kept
Oh.
interrupting me, so I couldn't fucking speak, and now I don't know what I was gonna talk about. And I
Been
can't
there,
remember.
dealt with that.
But yeah, no, you're saying you could find it in a mine, but that's not very helpful. I don't know where that is. Spunkold said it could be found between two islands, and I asked him if that's the one that was already found, and he doesn't know.
But
So
no,
you
it's
wanna
like
set it
those
up like that.
mines that you can find underground. Like the already there mines.
Like mine shafts, vanilla style mine shafts? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
So we just need to look for those.
Yep. And
Alright.
every time you find a chest, search it, because there's a possibility that there will be a sigil in there.
What's happening here?
Alright,
There also
so...
doesn't actually need to be 4 of them. Like if you want, there can just be like 1 precharger, as long as there's power going into the top of the precharger.
What
So
the
what
hell
you
is a
love?
precharger?
I know,
Where
it's-
are you right now?
Yeah,
What are
there's
you
also, like,
talking about?
The drill.
Sorry, I'm talking
But
about.
you're occupied with something, right?
I'm just confused as to what's going on. I need to find a division sigil, and I thought Spunkle
also,
was
like,
going to help me with that,
lenses.
but he's talking about lenses and a precharger.
Yeah. Yeah, that lens in particular is for like fuel. Like it finds yellorium and coal easier, but there's a bunch of different types of lenses.
So what's giving, like, why is there beams in this, but there's not beams in this one?
Oh, because these ones, I think it's because
Oh,
these two
never mind.
actually. Oh, never mind. Yeah, you got it. I was gonna say
I wanna
something stupid.
see if this does.
All right, I'm gonna go back to.
Wait, so this is working? I'm confused.
So anyhow, Spunkle,
They need to have power.
where the hell are we going to find
The
mine shafts?
precharger's charged. The prechargers are like the wires going toward that. So the mine shaft.
Yeah.
It's got to be like a specific spot, right? Someone's got.
Well, according to Darius, you can just find it in any mine shaft that's vanilla, because they will spawn as loot in the chests. Or not
Right.
Darius, according to Shadow.
Just like any chest.
Yeah, in the mine shafts, they spawn as natural loot.
I've searched the mine shaft at my base, and haven't found one.
Well, how big is that?
So
Pretty big.
I know the outer oceans, like outside of the generated map, they don't have any ores and stuff. They're just like there's caves and stuff, but there's no ores.
But it's just
So the
stone.
question is there loot around?
Well,
Come
if
over
there's
here.
mine shafts out there in the cave generation, then there would be.
Yeah, but that also it doesn't generate any ore, is why I'm.
Is this the version where if you stick your head in like leaves, you can X-ray?
Maybe. You
I
can
don't
still
think
do
so.
X-ray stuff even in regular.
Yeah, but it's
Spunkle,
harder
come
now.
The pre-chargers need
But the pre-chargers-
power to them, right?
Yeah, the prechargers are basically just like that like you can't connect wires directly to the drill. You just gotta power the prechargers.
Okay,
first.
and then and then after that, you just put this on top of a piece of bedrock, and that's it.
Yeah, or even like it could it just like it shoots a laser down. Like you can just dig down to bedrock below it, just make it clear, and it'll mine.
Okay, and then where do the objects go? Where do like the output go?
Like you just put like a chest on top of it. It'll put them in
Okay.
there.
And there's
I tried
no...
to put item ducts on top, and apparently it didn't seem to work.
Okay, and what's the point of having more than one of these pre-chargers? Does it make it go faster?
That's what I was saying. It's you probably only need like one.
So
But
that's
if
just
you can,
basically...
if you're able to like generate more than like 20,000 per tick, you can like put more on there.
I see.
Because the precharges can take up to 20,000 RF per tick.
I figured out how to build the custom NPC stuff. You have to make a carpentry bench first, and the way to do that is you have to use a chisel on a crafting station or crafting bench, and then use a simple crafting recipe to make it. And then after it's made, then you can make everything in that menu.
All
I
right.
knew there was a way to craft it. You
just
can make a
realized they-
diamond banner? What the fuck?
How is sigil spelled?
SIGIL.
Yes.
SIGIL. Sigil isn't listed in the Blightfall wiki. What the hell?
I need
Results for
you-
sigil. Dirt.
The Blightfall wiki is kind of like really dumb. It's not very
It's really bad.
detailed. Like especially the details of the map. That's not really well documented.
TV Tropes has a listing for Blightfall.
TV trope? Are you fucking serious?
I'm not. And this actually has like the story and stuff.
What the fuck? But I
That's actually
bet you
really
the
well
actual
listed.
wiki itself doesn't.
This is actually... This would be a decent, like, about page for the wiki.
Bro.
Blightfall on the official Feed the Beast wiki. for some reason. Technic mod pack, release the official Technic mod pack. Custom map, custom storyline, hard requested custom NCPs, character of the player, planet intended to colonize that discovers it does not meet the requirements of the colonists. This is covered in Taint. Focuses on exploration and discovery.
I wish that could be me.
Yeah.
Damn, there's like no information on Blightfall. What the fuck? There's literally like no fucking information anywhere.
I found a mineshaft chest.
Where are you?
I have no idea. Apparently, oh wait, there's a coordinate system. I remember. 156 2122.
I have no idea how you got there so quickly. Then again, you guys have the air sigils and stuff.
I used the portal and I have a sigil and all that.
How do the sigils even work?
You have to like put life power in into your network.
What?
Through a blood portal.
What is that even?
So
what do you?
Beta has like a sacrifice system set up. Basically, everyone has like a life power network that's like attached to them, and you can add to that network by like putting a blood orb that's bound to you into a blood altar, and like putting life power into the blood altar, which puts it into the orb, or you can just right click with the orb, put it in your network.
Right.
So I have like around like 300,000 life power right now on my network, and I can see how much I have with a divination sigil. But as long as I keep using the air sigil, I'm still like constantly subtracting from it. So I don't know how much I have right now, and I'm gonna check how much I have right now.
Right. So I assume then if that's the case, there was only intended to be one division sigil.
Oh, I have like 370,000. There could be multiple division.
Well, there is that people find. Well, the one we need for the Cursed Earth is division, right? Division.
Yeah, we need division. Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to assume just from the way everything seems, it seems pretty much like it was intended. There was only supposed to be one in the map, which seems weird, and that you can accidentally find more than one.
I kind of doubt that they only put one around, because it was in a weird spot that it was like additional loot that you could find anywhere in the map. I doubt that was the only spot, just because of how strange.
Wait, so where did you find it then? I thought you said you found it in the area it was intended.
It was intended to be there because that was manually placed loot.
Okay.
Although I don't know, that's what it seems to be all manually placed, but it could just be a structure that was placed there that had a chance for it to spawn. It was on the obelisk island, which is a big floating island, like one of the air ones. Nearby.
Right, that one seems pretty intentional. So I guess we need to search mine shafts for one. Let's just spend the next hour I have to stream searching mine shafts, and we'll see if we find one. And if not, I'll just spawn one in.
Yeah.
Well, if
we just spawn one in, since we had one, but Darius lost it.
Yeah, but I feel like when you lose something, that's kind of like on you. So if there more than one exists in the world, then that's something that I feel like we should be like, all right, suck it up and do it the hard way.
I suppose.
Why is there a bunch of cloud at the top of our base? Who stuck that there?
Cloud?
Yeah. Oh, so you guys built this big flat platform on the top of our base as well.
Cloud Final Fantasy? What?
Yeah, why is there a bunch of cloud up here? What the fuck?
Someone had like a.
I don't care if it's been placed there legit or not. I'm breaking it creative.
I think someone, I forget. I think it might have been Darius. Like came by our base and just like zapped some cloud onto me, like with a staff. You like cut it from somewhere.
I'm just deleting it in creative. I can't be fucked to deal with this shit. Alrighty.
Cloud could be fun for like parkour courses or something. There's a lot of stuff.
That's about it.
Parkour in this pack.
I'm still in creative.
I haven't really. I don't know. I feel like parkour is. I don't know. I don't really see that often in modded packs. People making cool parkour stuff.
Yeah, no. People usually don't do that.
There's so many fucking options. It would be cool.
All right, so what's the best way for me to go looking for a mine shaft? Should I just look for a cave and run down it?
Yeah, we have a mini map mod in this pack, so you can see mine shafts on the mini map.
That's true.
I wonder.
That's what's so nice about having a mini map for the SMP.
Oh my
You
god!
can cheat.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I figured.
Yo, Spunkle, I made us weapon racks.
Weapon rack?
All of the shurikens fit onto the rack,
Shit.
as well as the machine gun. We can put any weapon we want up here.
Bro, I've been using the same weapon for like weeks.
Yeah, well now you have a weapon rack to put it away on.
I have had one broadsword this entire time, and that's it. It's an iron broadsword. It does 3.5 damage.
My battle
You
axe does.
seriously don't have any more oak wood.
No, it looks like we don't.
Shit.
You can go make an oak tree farm outside.
Sorry, your sword does 3.5 damage.
Yeah, 3.5 hearts. I just haven't had a reason to have a better weapon.
I'm bringing you a gift.
I don't
So,
care about it, whatever it
I
is.
have COPD.
Wow, okay. Bitch much? Jesus, there. Now you have your
What the
own.
fuck?
Yeah, I don't care.
Wow, I do all these nice things for you and you just shit on me. Wow.
Yes.
I hate you.
What
I'm
the
just
fuck
out
is-
here trying to do fun, nice things for people, and you're just like, but what if you died?
No, I was just like, what if you did not? What if you died? But okay, over dramatic.
I just want you to love me.
It's not happening. Only a mother could love you, and even that's difficult.
Ooh, Yellowrate. Wow. I haven't found any division sigils,
You
but I found
know, that's honestly a little bit fucked.
I think it's a true.
That's kind of the point.
Still.
All right,
ow.
Spunkold, I'm just gonna do that because I'm lazy.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Chest right here. There's no division sigil.
All right, Spunkold, have you ever done the strategy of sticking a torch on a specific side? That way, you remember which way you were going.
Ah, that's
I never do that.
Well, you probably should, so we know where we have and haven't explored a little easier. Also,
Oh, I
some
mean,
way to
like,
clear out this blight would be
You
useful.
can always tell by like the torch is not like straight in the middle or like straight on these wood beams. You can always tell like if it's on like anywhere besides there, it's by a person.
All right. Do we have any way to deal with this blight like quickly, easily, and cheaply?
Just sort of
quickly and easily, yes. Cheaply, no.
Well, I don't have a lot of health. I have basic health and no armor, because if I put on armor, it just gets destroyed.
The way to do it quickly and easily, that's with that wand thing that I think Shadow has on his thing, and also Darius. But
Oh, yeah,
it's
how do
not
I-
cheap.
Shadow, how do you go about using one and getting a hold of one of those wands to temporarily clear blight?
Ow, my neck.
You make them.
Can I just borrow yours for this expedition?
I just
Yeah, give me a moment.
All right.
I have to recharge it.
I just haven't been worrying about blight because I just have so much health it never matters.
I
Also,
don't.
getting rid of the blight that way isn't permanent. It's only temporary.
We're totally aware of that.
This is such a I hate when it gets to just like a grid of like the 4x4 wood beams.
What about this new gift I'm giving you? This one's actually useful to you.
I am nowhere near you.
It's a barrel. That actually
That's
stores
not
shit.
very useful, but okay.
It stores shit, and its storage space is like bigger than a normal chest. By
A drink
default.
and I'll remember that I said that and be curious where I went.
Here, Edo said, here, you take the barrel.
Barrel.
Yes, it has more storage space by default than a regular chest, and that thing only takes like a little bit more wood to make. Actually, yeah, no, it does. It either takes the same amount of wood or slightly more.
Wait, I don't even see the crafting recipe. What?
Oh, you have to have a carpentry bench in order to see the recipe.
Weird.
Okay, person's approaching with.
But yeah, it's got all that extra storage space, so there you go.
Gracias. Thank you, man.
See, at least somebody likes my gifts.
Yeah, I'm gonna die from blight.
Stop dying from blight. You're not allowed. That's illegal.
And this unlucky
Doesn't
with
have
the tank
more
while.
chest space
What do you mean
than
this
normal?
unlucky?
Like sometimes it just goes. Most of the time it just goes away in like 1 or 2 stacks, but like a lot of like sometimes it just keeps refreshing the fucking
Yeah, it
VO2.
definitely has more space
Kidding.
than a normal chest by default.
Well, hey, I'm finding ores down here as well, which is useful, but I'm specifically
is
looking to see if we can find a second
Yellowite,
page in
if you
sigil.
find Yellowite, be sure to take that.
I can't. I don't have a good enough pickaxe. I've got a Promethean pickaxe and an iron pickaxe. That's it.
Honestly, like any ore that you can take, just always take it, because you might think you have a lot now, and until you start making a fucking laser drill array. Like I
Noted.
thought I had iron, I was out of iron at one point.
Noted. Also, Edelson, there's oak wood planks in the mine shaft, so I'm gonna pick some of them up.
Wait. You can make beam?
Sorry, what did you say?
Like support beams. You can make support beams.
Port beans? What the fuck is that?
Like support beams. Like
What do
for
you
house.
think a support beam is, Spunkold? I want you to think about that.
Support beans!
Yeah, support beam is a support beam.
What don't you get about support beans? What don't
What?
you get?
No, beam.
Bean!
He's not saying bean, he's saying
I'm
beam.
saying it with the M.
I know!
The support beans.
I'm very confused. What's the problem then?
There is no problem. He's just making a joke.
Oh, well, that's a terrible joke.
Bean. It's
It's not funny.
I'm
Like,
gonna
at all.
try out
It's
the
funny
beam.
because you didn't know what I was saying for like the whole time.
No, because it sounded like you were just saying beam like a normal person.
What do these look like? Now?
I still can't
Oh,
see the
that's.
recipe.
Oh
I got
no.
the
Okay,
scale.
God, no. That. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. They're awful. Oh God, these beams are awful.
How bad do they
Bungled
look?
look.
Where are you at?
I'm
Let's
right
see.
here in the front. They don't connect.
No.
They don't connect.
Oh, you know what that is? You know what that? You know, okay, I think I have an idea of what that is.
Oh God, and they're so hard to
I
like.
think I know what that's
take
supposed to
down.
be. It's jungle.
I made it out of jungle
Those-
wood because we don't have any other really type of
Put a
wood.
couple of them down. Put a couple of them down. Just like
Uh.
as they were. Okay, put like on top of these two.
On top?
Same way, but like 1 block.
If I try to do that way, it goes sideways. Maybe
Second.
try a different
I'll get
angle.
back.
Okay, there we go. Now it's lined up. It has to be in a certain angle.
My God, where?
I think it's like.
Nope.
Yeah, I was thinking it was gonna be like.
Well, that one connected.
I thought it was gonna be like the underneath of a shack.
Rare, where are you?
I'm in a
Not
mine
quite.
shaft somewhere.
This is confusing.
Right, right.
117, 1913. Where are you?
I wonder if shift works. Nope.
Delta.
This
You
is
know what?
off
You
the
fuck with me. I'm gonna
coast
continue
of
making shit.
someone's base because I can see trees. Oh no, this is off the coast of the Mushroom Island.
What was the coordinates?
X140, Z1880.
Could make a sound.
I'm slowly moving towards the island,
What's
so
why?
I'll be like 100 off. It doesn't matter.
Alright, I'll just head to the Mushroom Island.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'm on the move anyways to get over to the Mushroom Island.
Okay.
Oh, hey, I see you.
Where?
Oh, that's you over there, I
Oh.
assume.
Wait, Hero.
Yeah.
I've a thought.
I got the one you requested.
Thank you.
And it's got the purity thing on it for you. So
It's got what on it?
the purity, so that way you can cure the light.
So how does this work? Oh, right click. Okay.
Meticulous planning.
So how do I tell when it runs out?
Recommended.
You won't be able to use it anymore. And if you look at the top left, you'll see little, I guess.
Oh yeah, a really
vial.
confusing thing that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just gotta learn how to read gibberish. Alright, back into the mine shaft. Oh, is this the version of the game where I could cheese diving with a torch? Yes, it was.
Perfect.
Oh god, I cured the blight and then sand decided to fall on my face because the blight was holding it up. Spunkhold, why did you pick a mine shaft in the ocean?
I just saw it and I went in.
This is the worst possible choice.
I didn't have a choice. I just saw it and I was like, oh, that looks like a bunch of...
That looks better. There we go. Put lanterns out.
I couldn't even tell it was a mine shaft. I just saw there was a hole in the ocean. I was like, oh, it doesn't hurt.
Alright, do you want to search for a different one and I'll keep exploring this one?
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
I'm more able to anyway.
Big sign.
Filling up my lunchbox with shit.
Oh, you can only make a big sign out of oak wood. Oh, that's sad. It means I'd have to. Oh.
Alrighty.
Where tree be? Son of a bitch.
That's inappropriate. You can't say that.
Fuck.
No.
Where are the goddamn trees at?
Because we have a responsibility. Oh.
Okay, oak wood. Good, exactly what I needed.
Oh, that's like the lamest argument against any YouTuber. Like, oh, think of the children watching. Like, yeah, think of like, okay, so like,
What are you
there's
talking
children-
about?
When I was 7, like when people get upset at YouTubers for like, or like when some argument is being made against a YouTuber for like, oh, think about the children in your
I have
audience.
never once heard that argument ever.
I've heard it a few times, like for PewDiePie, for example. Like, think about the children in your audience. You have a significant portion of children. Like, should they be here? No. Did I ask them to be here? No. There's a lot of kids that watch Family Guy. I watched Family Guy when I was like 8. It's not
I
Family
watched
Guy's
it when I
fault.
hit, like, high school, and honestly, the first little bit of Family Guy was good, but it got pretty boring pretty quick. But I struggled through the rest of what existed at the time and then regretted watching half of it. Hey, this platinum ore, I can't mine it.
Family Guy ever so rarely gets a slight chuckle out of me, and that's it.
Well, now, yeah. When I first started
Yeah, it was-
watching it, though, it was actually pretty decent, and I would have a genuine laugh at it every now and then. I'd be like, oh, that's pretty funny. But over time, it just went to shit. It's like The Simpsons now. It needs to die already.
Oh, the big sign is big.
Simpsons is still going on, and it's so sad.
Hey, you know how this?
It wouldn't be sad if it didn't suck.
You know how signs in Minecraft are usually like
Nope.
not as big as the block it goes on?
Yeah, what did you think Big Sign was going to be? Small?
No, big sign. I thought it was gonna be bigger than the block it was placed on. Nope, it's exactly as big as the block.
So you made something called the big sign. You got exactly what you were asking for, and you got surprised.
No, I didn't get what I wanted. What I wanted was the sign to be fucking huge, like 3-4 blocks big. Instead, I only got it 1 block big, so I was actually disappointed.
Oh, you didn't make that clear.
I expected more, and I got less.
But yeah, like fucking like South Park has been around
Like Costco.
like
I mean, South Park is still funny though.
a similar amount of time as The Simpsons. Not like it's newer.
Yeah, but it's still funny.
Like, yeah, like South Park. I don't know how they fucking do it, but they manage to make like even the shit that like you might not agree with, and there's like they make a ton of political arguments.
Oh yeah,
There's
they make a
shit I
ton.
don't- There's a ton of shit I don't agree with on there, but it's still fucking hilarious, and I love
Well, the
it.
reason it's funny is they have the whole either all of it's okay or none of it's okay thing going.
Yeah,
They're like,
I
look,
guess-
when we make jokes, either everything's okay or nothing's okay. And having that philosophy where they just kind of make fun of everything, and the entire show is just one big joke, is funny.
No one has any sense except for some little fucking elementary schoolers from Colorado.
Occasionally, there's some kid that's logical, but like it doesn't last long. Are they still doing the Kenny dies in every episode gag, or did they stop
I
that?
think they dropped that for a while now.
I know.
Sometimes-
I know. There's been
Yeah.
times where, like, initially it was every episode, and then it started to get old, and they acknowledged even in the show with the characters it was getting old. Like I remember at one point, At one point, it was just something like they were talking, and Kenny is like across the street, and a car hits him. Like, oh no, you killed Kenny, you bastards! And they went back to what they were doing. So like even the show started acknowledging when it got old, and then I know for a while they stopped it.
Pretty sure they stopped it like pretty early on, like maybe like 4th season or something. I don't know.
Then they started killing somebody else instead at one point as a gag.
It's still done
Weird show.
occasionally. Really, and then they just got into like weird like lore shit. It's been happening so like the show has been going on so long they actually have to make a story. Apparently, fucking Kenny is like the son of like a Cthulhu ritual.
Something like that, yeah. There was a whole episode about it where he died and he like went to hell for everybody.
Does that mean he's Jesus?
I don't fucking know. Don't ask questions. But it's weird though, because like I see people all the time who when they talk about shows that make political stances, they're like, I love this show because it agrees with me, and then someone else is like, I hate this show because it doesn't agree with me. But South Park, everybody I know likes it. Everyone thinks
like
it's
it.
funny. Like
Some
I
people
haven't ever seen anybody. Well, yeah, I've seen people don't like it, but I mean, like, I haven't ever seen anybody be like, they made this political statement and that's ridiculous. Like everybody seems to understand that the entire show is
Yeah,
just
like
laughs.
it's yeah.
like
it's
nobody
completely-
shits on it.
Because you don't like comedy. That's fine. Like, like when people are like, "Oh, I don't like it because it makes these statements." It doesn't really make.
It doesn't
any
make
big
statements.
It just kind of shits on people who are saying that they're making a
Yeah.
statement, but they're not really.
I
guess
remember
that's
there was one episode they did which I thought was kind of funny, where like all the kids were getting like ADHD diagnoses because somebody got one and was on Ritalin and was like, I feel great, so they all like faked having ADHD. And then at one point one of the parents like watched a video of some doctor who was like, I have an entirely drug-free treatment on how to help kids with ADHD, and he just goes to some kids that are like acting up in sitting at desks, and he just slaps them in the face and goes, do your fucking work! Or something like that. And like, even though I'm somebody with pretty severe ADHD and I need it to be medicated to handle it, I still thought that was hilarious. I still thought it was funny.
Anyway, Minecraft. Let's
Yeah.
go status report.
I can't find anything.
I found Carmo.
You found
Carmit,
what?
whatever the fuck. Carmidor. I
Kermit the
I remember-
Kermitor.
one of these streams. I spent like literally the entire time mining in like the exact proper place for Carmidor. Didn't find a single one the entire time. I've only ever found it by accident.
Yeah, that's usually how things go.
It's like Carmidor.
It's
in
well, it's like
particular is-
whenever I played Grand Theft Auto, I love driving the coil around, and whenever I'm in like a mission and forced to a specific car, I see the coils everywhere. But then when I'm in free roam, it takes me 20 minutes to find a coil.
You ever tried to do like one of those what was his name? I forget the guy's name. You know, like the garage guy that like requests certain cars. Have you
What are you
ever
talking
found
about?
one of the? It might just be an online mode.
I don't know what
A
you're
Simeon.
talking about.
Simeon.
Simeon? In the
He's like-
single
he's a-
player, you work for him as Franklin until you get fired because Michael puts a Glock to your head when you go to repossess his son's car and makes you destroy the front door of the store by driving the car through it.
Okay, it might just be an online mode.
Yeah, it would definitely
Like-
be an online mode then
It's
because
like a list
Simeon's
of,
part
it's
of
like
the
a list
story.
of it's like sort of dailies, I think. Like a list of cars like that refreshes every day. I think it's maybe like 3 cars.
Yeah, it's got to be
that you-
online then. It's
fine.
just not a single player.
You can return them for some money. But like, I've never fucking found one of those intentionally. It's always just been like, I'm running from the cops, I jack some random car. Simeon wants this vehicle. It just gives me a fucking notification. I'm like, well shit, I mean, I better not.
You know, Simeon's whole
Shut
thing is
up.
he sells cars to people that are stupid at really high interest rates for the loans, and then he has people go repossess them when they can't pay.
Like red-blooded Americanism to me.
Big move.
He's also a foreigner. Like, very clearly, he's got an extremely heavy accent. So, no, he's not red-blooded American.
What the fuck is his accent? Wait,
I don't
I have
know,
no
but it's
idea.
incredibly thick.
I don't even. Is it like Eastern European? That's
No,
typically
I don't know how to explain it. It's very thick. Just look it up.
Eastern European, like the most alien place.
It's really
You know
not.
what I'm saying? Like who even lives there? Who's
A giant portion of the people who live in Europe do.
I know we got it's Baba Yaga's over there. Chills out over there. Who the fuck else?
Of course, I ask for this staff, right? And then the second I get it, for some reason, the taint has just decided to stop being a problem for me and like never hurt me. But before, it was hurting me every like 5 seconds, and I was almost on the verge of death all the time.
I forgot that there's a zoom button on the mini map.
Yeah, it's the same button as zooming in with Optifine, which is really annoying. Because whenever I try to zoom in with Optifine, it just spam cycles to the different zoom levels on the minimap. And I can't be bothered to change the hotkey, because I'm lazy.
This has Optifine, doesn't it? Oh, wait.
I installed Optifine myself.
This isn't. Oh yeah, I think this is because like Tinker's Construct and Optifine. I think this is back when those had like a fucking a conflict. What's the word?
I've made.
I think
What are you talking
back
about?
when like Optifine and Tinker's Construct used to have like a weird conflict.
Yeah, that's not a problem with this, though.
Shadow, come have a seat with me. Or not, you can just zip out
Are
the
you gonna-
top of the dome too, that works too.
What are you gonna talk about? Do I need to be there? Do I need to guard someone?
I was going to talk about the good old year of 1972.
We need to break a debtor's kneecaps, right? That's what's going on. I'd be willing to do it.
I made all of this.
Like
And I
if
can
you,
make you some
need a
food.
thug, if you need a thug, you got me.
You know, I'm finding plenty of shit, but none of what I want.
What would you like in terms of these kinds of things, Shadow? I will make
Also,
it
why
for
the
you.
hell is there invisible taint on top of taint? That's annoying.
I have the materials on hand. I can build you it right now.
Anyway, I see a mine shaft very far away.
Aside from anything that's made out of diamond.
What do you mean you see one far away?
On the mini map, it's
Oh.
really far away. It's kind of tough to get there.
Oh, okay then.
I just realized I could be using a fucking regular pickaxe. Oh,
Does anybody still need ender pearls for anything?
I don't at this point.
it's nice to have them.
I have 6.
No, seeing as there's only 5 of us left since
Everybody kind of fucked off.
since everybody just kind of fucked off, do you want me to whip out the admin quest book next time, and we all just merge into one giant team at this point?
Yes.
Honestly,
giant
yeah.
team.
Because at this point, everyone's being fairly quiet now, and it's not a huge disaster having everyone in the same call.
I told you it wouldn't be.
Well, it was the last several times we had tried it, which is really annoying because I have a lot of trouble
I'll
splitting my
give you
attention.
that.
Like,
I'll
there's
give you
literally an old recording kicking around somewhere when I was playing Sea of Thieves with Edelson and a couple of others, and he was getting bored, so he was just, quote, what to me felt like spamming a, what's it called? Soundboard. He was like, what to me seemed like spamming a soundboard. Well, if you watch the recording, he was actually playing something every 5 seconds, but at the time, because I was trying to split my attention amongst so much stuff, it felt like every single second 16 people were talking, and he was also spamming his soundboard multiple times a second. But if you watch the recording, it wasn't nearly that bad. It's just I can't handle that much coming in at once.
Yo, oh.
Did you find
I'm
it?
over here with none of those problems, and I can actually handle 10 people in a call flawlessly.
Did you find it,
I found 2
Spunkle?
bread. I found 2 bread.
2 bread? Holy
That's not
shit.
helpful. We're looking for sigils.
Let's get them bread, gamers! Let's get them breads!
Bread.
You know you can just make bread really easily, right?
But finding it is so much more rewarding.
No, it's not.
Bro, you're telling me that you never walked down the street one day, found some bread, and was like, damn, this bread tastes better now that I found it.
No, I have technically stolen bread from work, though.
Ha!
Because it's literally fallen off the back of a truck. I'm not even kidding. The delivery trucks just drop shit sometimes, and if we turn it in, it was marked as delivered, but because it was outside and could have been damaged by something getting, like, run over or whatever, we'd have to just throw it away and lose the money. So a couple of times when I found, like, loaves of bread outside on the ground that literally fell off the back of a delivery truck, I've been like, they're literally going to throw this away and they won't get credit for it. I'm just going to take it home.
Imagine getting in trouble for stealing bread.
I wish I could do that with my pizza at work, but they are just like, hey, but what if no? And I'm like, ow. Like,
Bread is like fucking everywhere. It's like it's okay, you know. Imagine
What?
getting arrested for stealing rice.
I
don't know.
don't
I don't
know.
know. I'm just
Edelson has something set up on your computer to cause it to turn off. Ask him about it.
Rizzle dizzle.
I'm getting plenty of oak wood, but I haven't found a sigil.
Oh my god.
I found a stone. That's actually cool. I've never seen one of those before.
Potash ore.
Chromium sword.
What the hell is
Ugh.
potash?
Potash!
What even is it? There's so much of it here.
Sound
I
like
have
a fucking
no idea what it is. I'm eating chicken parmesan. Not IRL.
Cinnabar. I can't break it.
Almost forgot about the whole enchantment table thing.
What? Do we have an enchantment table?
Eh.
Why?
Wait, surrounding it in bookshelves does do the thing, right? Or was that in later
What
update?
thing?
The thing of surrounding a enchantment table with bookshelves.
You mean
That's a
allow
lot.
you to enchant things? You mean the thing that has been the way you use an enchantment table since it's been added to the game and has never once been changed? That thing is that what you're talking about?
Well, then why aren't the like things popping off the bookshelves?
I don't know. Do you have your particles off?
I mean, popping off the bookshelves.
Like the letters and shit from the books, like flying from the bookshelf.
Did you
over
turn
and-
your particles off?
That was a thing?
Do you play with your particles on low? Because that will disable it.
How would I
Okay.
get to my particles?
In the video
Particles-
settings.
Particles are on all.
Then you should be seeing it.
I do not.
Well, then I don't know what's wrong.
Okay, first question. How many blocks are in between the bookshelves and the enchantment table?
There should be one block space between.
Wrong bookshelf, demon.
What?
You need vanilla bookshelves. These are historian bookshelves.
Historian. Oh my fucking god!
How
These are
did
the
you
only ones I can
manage
get
to
my
do that?
hands on, though.
How did you manage to do that? And what do you mean? If you have books, you can make a bookshelf.
I found these.
So it sounds like you're just being a dumbass.
Yes.
Found them in a chest and I put them up. I didn't think they would be dumb like that.
You didn't think the thing that's not for the purpose you
Shit.
wanted it for... Really?
Shit it.
You didn't think that the thing that wasn't what you needed for what you wanted to do would not work.
Hush. Okay. Okay. Well, vanilla bookshelves now. No.
Well, my pickaxes are both broken, and I didn't find any of what I needed down here. Oh wait, I can repair my iron one.
Okay, well now it's working. Now we have a working enchantment table station, I guess.
Is there much of a point to enchanting in this version, though? Well, in this mod pack, I mean.
I mean, there should be. Normally, there always is.
Yeah, but I mean, like, in this mod pack, are we really going to benefit that much from it?
We might. We never know. Where do we keep all of our books?
I don't know, I'm not in your group.
Bunkle, where do we keep all the books?
I don't know if we have any, but they might be in missed materials.
Miscellaneous materials?
Yeah.
No books in there.
Shit.
Miscellaneous. Well, I actually looked at armor miscellaneous by accident. Miscellaneous mats. Nothing in there. But there is paper. If only we had enough leather, maybe it could make some.
Oh, you can make it out of patterns instead. Patterns and string.
Patterns and string.
Yeah.
Why are there tentacles spawning down here? What the hell?
They do that sometimes.
But there's literally no tentacle anywhere near me.
It's probably somewhere you're not seeing.
That's really
If
annoying.
you look
Oh
on
my
the map,
god.
there should be like a question mark on the map. Like a red square and black question mark.
Oh, there's like 400 of those near me. It's one of those things. Oh, I don't think there's a division sigil in this mine shaft. Did you say you found another one, Spunkled?
Another division sigil?
No, another mine shaft.
Oh, I don't know.
What? You
It's been a while.
earlier
I've
you were
been
like, I
in-
think I
I've
see a
been in
mine shaft. Oh,
Yeah, I
okay,
got
so
to
you
that
did
mine.
find another one.
Yeah, I've been in that one, yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Man, this taint stuff is really annoying.
I could, Bunkle, make the books out of the like stuff, but those cost more actually in terms of like things.
You know, like the patterns and stuff. They shouldn't cost more. I mean, it's like wood.
For one book, it's 2 blank patterns, 1 string, and 3 paper. Whereas a book using the other way is just 1 leather and 3 paper. I use 3 less materials.
Yeah, but do you have access to those materials that it's asking for, or no?
To leather, yes.
Then why did you ask for an alternate way to make them?
Because I thought the alternate way was cheaper, and then I looked it up. I was like,
It,
oh,
it
wait.
is cheaper though.
Nah.
Blank patterns, you like to make one, like when you craft a blank pattern, you make 4 at once. So. Also, paper is like way easier to get than leather, because leather we actually have to like kill cows.
I mean, true, I guess, but I mean, we could just, you know, wait a little bit and let them grow.
Yeah, but I think sugarcane would grow faster than cow. That's a weird sentence to say.
Plant grow faster than creature.
I mean, it is true. If you want to go real world, plants use less resources. In fact, you literally have to grow plants to make cows. To grow cows, you literally need to grow plants.
Plant flesh grow faster than meat flesh.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Dude, we learned about this in the high school science class, and you know, it really mattered that I learned it.
Learned what?
It was like some dude that was like doing like early experiments in like genetics. He just fucking grew a bunch of peas and fucked them up so bad.
Oh, I remember that. He grew a bunch of peas and like saw what happened when he like bred them together. That's cool information.
Well, he didn't like exclusively fuck them up with the express purpose of fucking them up. But you know, some of them gotta be fucked up, you know.
Well, yeah, of course. But he was like, you know, okay, well, if I take these 2 plants that grew longer peas and I breed them together, I get pea plants that have long peas. If I take these 2 that have fat peas and I breed them together, I get fat peas. What if I breed fat and long? I get long fat peas. And that's literally what he did.
Long fat peas.
Yep. I mean, he did probably make long fat peas at some point.
Peni.
Okay, well now you just made you just made it weird.
Penis.
It's a noose made of peas, a pea noose.
Of course. Hell yeah, now my axe of the Skull Taker has sharpness on it too. Now not only will it knock your ass to the floor with knockback, but can also fuck you up other ways.
Oh, Edelson, are you back?
Oh no, that glass block there does
Yeah,
not
what was
match
Milton
the other
asking
half.
about? He said something about his computer turning off, and I said to ask you.
Oh.
Don't worry about it. It's
No.
figured out.
Okay.
Jesus. Ugh. No, there's glass, okay.
Figured out as much as it can be at least.
I just have so much health. I'm constantly at risk of death, and I just don't care.
I don't have any
I was
extra health.
on fire for like 7 seconds, and I was just like, "Oh, it's Tuesday, I guess."
Shit, which glass is this?
No, I really wish people hadn't gone ahead and made a bunch of progress killing a bunch of bosses. You know, like that thing I added said not to do because half of us couldn't play all the time, unlike the other
I
half.
only did it because everyone else, or because Beta was. It was Beta. It's like.
Yeah,
I only went
that
ahead and did it.
was fairly annoying though, because I was like, hey, let's have a thing where we like don't blast ahead of each other in progress, otherwise people are gonna get like dejected and we're gonna have all kinds of weird problems. And people went ahead and did it anyways.
Yeah, I really didn't want to be left in the dust, so I just kept playing. Like, the most I was gonna do was like maybe make Endarium, and that's it.
Yeah, but then no, Beta went ahead and did what's taken all of us like several days.
Like it's just they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, that also helped.
They already knew this stuff. I don't know enough about modded. I would like to. It's just that like there's so much to learn over the like decade of modding that's existed that like is still part of the modding.
What I hate though is that people just kind of expect you to know certain mods. Like every mod that has Tinkers just expects you to know Tinkers. I don't understand Tinkers remotely.
Really, it's really just the mod packs. They stuff it all in there and they expect that you've played these mods before.
And so do the mod devs, because like Tinkers has this crappy little instruction book that barely tells you anything.
Yeah, they'll have these little tutorial books, and then they end up being like garbage.
Well, I mean, like, Crate is the only mod I've seen where, like, it actually does a good job explaining itself, because it has insanely in-depth tooltips.
Like, like, there's so much shit, they just tell you right there, ooh, there's sludge here, do I take the risk of jumping over it? I think that's a yes. Oh, I got lucky. That's not fun. I didn't lose.
Alright.
I've never seen sludge underground.
I've never seen sludge, period. Maybe I have, I don't know.
You have. You just don't know what it is.
You don't know my life.
Have you been within, like, have you wandered more than 10 blocks away from your base?
I've flown.
There's sludge pretty close.
Then yes, you have seen sludge. If you've been more than 10 blocks away from your base, you just don't know what it is. So you wouldn't recognize that it was sludge.
Didn't you like ask last week, like, does anyone need sludge or something?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, then I must have found some in the desert.
Yeah. It literally is just trash. There's nothing to do with it. Like, there's a sludge reprocessor, but that just, it makes, like, sand.
I have Billy in a bucket. That's all that matters.
Oh, I just accidentally came across the ore cache that I dug the shit out of.
So it's too bad that the custom NPCs thing, from what I can tell, there isn't a type of bench to make the weaponry.
Yeah, because the idea of custom NPCs is like you set up an NPC for players to interact with in a mod pack.
Yeah, isn't it like, it's like a toolkit?
Yeah, it's like a toolkit for making like the people on the home ship.
For the pre-charges, do I transfer energy with pipes or with redstone?
So it said that I can only build.
That sounds
yeah,
stupid. Never
I'm
mind.
sure it looks nice.
Wires.
Like I've built a lamp, a barrel, 2 tables, 2 chairs, a candle,
Wires.
Okay.
some weapon
So
racks,
pipes,
which I have
because
weapons
wires are not a
on.
thing.
I've built some things. Oh God, that's a lot of power focuses. What the
Wait,
fuck?
so you're talking about actual wires, or because there's aluminum wires?
Oh, wait, what's that? I don't know what the fuck that is. No, I'm talking about flux ducts.
You're the only one that can afford to make flux ducts, as far as I can remember.
The fuck is Tinker's Mech Works? What is that shit?
I don't know. Just don't ask questions. Oh my god, this is a giant-ass slime. Oh my god, ow.
Oh.
Atomic slime. Cool.
Oh, that's where the drawbridges and shit come from. The Tinker's Mech Works.
Atomic brand.
It looks like all the Tinker's Mech Works stuff is like pretty much entirely disabled in this pack. Cause it looks like there's like supposed to be a lot more than like 8 items in that mod.
Yeah, a lot of stuff is disabled in this, because they don't want you, like, fucking with shit.
Yeah, which makes sense. I really like how this pack is actually something unique instead of just a pack of mods, you know?
Like, I've always hated, that's part of the reason I've always hated Crazy Craft, is Crazy Craft is just, we stuck a bunch of shit together, and that's it.
Yeah, and that's supposed to be the appeal, but I just don't
It's
really like
just
that.
not appealing to me. Cause like, I get that some people like to have their own direction, but like, in regular Minecraft, the direction is create things. In modded, it's create things. By the way, you know, when it's Technic, it's create stuff, but by the way, here's a bunch of factory items. It's very clear you're supposed to create, like, factories and machinery to automate things for you. And, like, rather than going for medieval build, you should go for, like, industrial. Right? That's really obvious. Crazycraft is just like, here's a bunch of shit. What are you gonna do with it? I don't know. I don't care. Here's a bunch of shit.
Well, I guess it's a good thing I made my 1.12 mod pack have several different goals, all of which just further shit. Starting from, like, your basic guns and your basic survival shit all the way up to, like, getting jetpacks and other kinds of major things on the ground, to then getting, like, space stuff going so you can head out into space, and then having, like, deep magics, only a little bit of thumbcraft and a lot.
Should I just destroy
And
the
there's
chunk
always a
loader
goal.
at the reactor at the ship? Because, like, it's just not being
Yeah, we're not
used.
using that anymore.
Okay.
Man, I'm also gonna love when the 1.12
You
mod
just
pack
turn it
of mine
off.
comes out, because when it's finally ready to go, I'm gonna be in charge of everything.
don't
Being
like
in
the sound.
charge is not as fun as you think it is. I guess I can confirm from creating my own server and this.
I see.
With great power comes great.
With great power comes
Oh god, what the what?
Ragnarok.
With great power comes great emotional jading
No responsibility.
and jading.
I feel like the people who made Blightfall had bigger plans for this than they ended up getting up to, because the ship is huge, but half of it's empty.
With great power comes great dickheads.
Yeah, there was also like an exterior to the ship,
Yeah, but the exterior is pretty shit. Like, it's clear you're not supposed to be out in the exterior.
but it's also clear that they at least thought that maybe someone would see, even without cheating. Like there was actually thought put into it. They didn't.
There
need to
was a
have the
little bit
jet-
of thought put into it, yeah.
How do I
Well, I
make
mean, on the minimap you can
amulet
see it.
magical, or can I not do that?
You'll notice from the underside the ship looks uglier. And simpler.
Guys, does anybody know of a way I can turn this mundane amulet into something else, or is it
No,
always a
none of
mundane
us have
thing?
any
Let us
idea how
know.
to do that.
Shadow, what about you? You're the magic man.
Speak to us, magic man.
Anyhow.
Tell
Yeah,
us-
no,
tell
it's clear that this mod pack was supposed to be something bigger than it ended up being as well. Because, like, the ship's huge, but honestly, the ship feels kind of empty.
I mean, I guess so. That's why I tried making a little home in it. That didn't pan out, though. I sort of gave up on it. I mean, what's the point of living on the ship if I also live on the ground?
Guys, if I go up to the second floor, there's, like, 2 rooms here that are both empty, and it looks like somebody was breaking the ship again like you're not supposed to.
And I stole items from the ship like I wasn't supposed to, but I did that on day 1.
I'm aware. Because, you know, just reading
I stole
signs and
items out of the
following.
tube.
Yeah, you told us.
Yes, day 1 I did this.
Yes, and you told us this already.
Great from feeding
Yes, I know. I just love reiterating the fact.
And
that
I
for just
hate it.
one split moment, you were like, "Don't do that." And then
But yeah, no,
the moment
this
we got into, the moment
this-
me and Spunkle got into a call, I was like, "Come here, we're robbing the place."
this ship is clearly
Wait,
big, and half of it doesn't
contraband
get
is still
used.
hidden. The contraband is still hidden.
What is still
What do you
hidden?
mean I've
Shadow,
used
what
some
the
of it?
hell are you doing?
I've used some of it, and the jeweled apple is still on me.
Hello.
The
Let's bump
entire
that
the
question.
entire purpose of that thing over there is literally to just cheat.
So Spunk, when I dig down with this, oh shit, I'm burning. When I dig down with this mining thing, right? It doesn't matter how far it is down. It will mine no matter what.
Yeah, as long as it has a clear line to bedrock, it'll work.
You know, clearly this mod pack was supposed to be bigger than it ended up being.
Yeah. Yo, Shadow, is there a way to make a mundane amulet anything else, or is it stuck that way?
It is possible. It just takes a lot.
Do you have any equipment on hand that would possibly be able to do anything like that?
No.
Damn it. Oh well, I guess I'm stuck with a mundane amulet. Oh well. I'm too lazy to work on that kind of shit. That shit sounds complicated, and I'm not up for that.
Oh yeah, that's infusion. That's what I thought it would be. You gotta use infusion for that.
Oh god, I don't know anything about infusion.
Where
I mean,
is the
so,
caves?
Beta's whole infusion altar setup with like the million candles and shit. That's just to like deal with the the instability, right?
Yes.
So like if we were to just use that, it should just be fine, right? If we put in the right resources and all that.
If you put in the right resources.
All right.
What kind of bullshittery is this? I looked up infusion and I came up with infusion provider for thermic energistics, and it's like, what the fuck am I looking at?
I don't know.
There's an ME interface apparently has to go in there. Some shards, coral, coalescence core.
Sorry, did you just screw up saying charcoal?
No, coalescence core.
Yeah, but you went chars coal.
No, coal, like coalescence.
Yeah, no, we don't need the infusion provider.
Well, how do I do the arcane fusion?
Beta has an altar underground.
Have fun trying to use it.
Yeah, that shit's complicated.
Arcane pressure.
I tried to do it at one point, it just didn't work. And I was confused.
Spa. None of these
Like, I could tell it was
arcane
doing
anythings
something.
mean. Where's
But I
the
think I
infusion?
This stuff is why I hate magic mods.
Well,
It just feels like
Runic
they're
altar.
stupidly
Runic
over. Magic mods to me always feel like they're stupidly overcomplicated for no reason.
Why can't they just be like simple Lord of the Rings magic?
You say that as if
Yeah,
Lord of the Rings
yeah,
magic is
The
simple.
thing for infusion is the runic altar.
You know, this is why I don't like magic stuff. Magic stuff is always stupidly complicated for no reason. Well, I don't play games with magic systems. This is why I hate the magic chunks of Minecraft mod packs. Because it's always garbage.
I usually go for the science because the science is cool.
Yeah, I've always been more of a factory guy myself, even though I'm fucking terrible at it and I never learned it that much.
I've always been a space person.
I like I like exploration and adventure stuff like roguelike adventures and dungeons and Hexit. Hexit is the OG adventuring mod pack.
I always feel like with stuff like Hexit, there comes a point where you're just like, you get kind of bored. Like there's nothing really new to get.
Well, yeah, that's
Like,
that's once you've beaten everything, though.
What do I do? I have a million of those.
Yeah, but that's the point where you start beating everything. You
Yeah,
start
but then
going
it's
boss fighting.
But then it's like, wow, I hit him twice and he died. That was fun.
That's definitely not correct. That was not my experience when fighting bosses in Hexit.
Like it just gets to a point where it's not even really fun to explore anymore.
Yeah, that's usually the point when you've fought everything. And, like, it's come to an end. Like, Hexit is literally just... It differs from normal Minecraft in the sense of it's not really, like, you know, build with the only limit being your imagination. It's find loot and kill shit, and then once you've found all the loot and you've killed everything, you're done.
But what's frustrating about it is that you don't know when you're done.
Yeah, you do. There's
just sort
a
of,
certain number of
don't know.
bosses.
It
Kill
doesn't
them
tell
all.
you.
You
But
can
you don't
literally
know.
go look up the mods and figure out what bosses there are.
But I shouldn't have to Google it to know when I'm done.
I mean, the mods, that's the fault of the mods, though. Not being
Maybe
very
it's the
clear.
fault of the pack.
No, that would be the mods, because Twilight Forest doesn't tell you what bosses are in it. It's just like there's bosses.
Look, okay, you don't even. No one fucking knows how to make a Twilight Forest portal unless you look it up.
Yes,
there's nothing
that would
telling
be
you
the
to
fault
do
of
it.
the Twilight Forest mod.
It's just
Being
like,
shit.
dude, like, it might not be the fault of the devs themselves, but I'm just saying the reason I don't like it is because I don't know when I'm done. I don't know when I've seen everything.
Again,
It's
fairly
just
obvious.
sort of, the dopamine just sort of drops off, you know? You don't really know when you're done. You
I
just
mean,
sort of get more
for me,
bored.
the point when I get bored of it is pretty much always been the point at which I've done damn near everything already.
But you don't know what else there is to do, is what I'm saying.
What?
There just sort of ends up being less you've seen. Or less you haven't.
Oh, wait, that sentence doesn't make sense. What? Less you've
It
seen?
just, you just sort of slow down finding new things. You don't really know when you're done.
I don't entirely understand the problem you're having, because this is just something that has never happened to me when playing Hexit. Ever.
That's fine.
I'm confused.
I found a vanilla skeleton spawner.
What the fuck is a runic matrix and how? What? Why?
That
I don't know.
That has an altar.
I don't know how to use anything here.
Look at the thumb and the mama con.
I'm scared.
What loot is extracted from the laser mining thing? Anything good? Or just did I set this up for bad?
I don't know how to make anything.
Where are you pulling the power from, by the way?
The Tesseract.
I'm very
Okay.
confused and scared.
Should I not be
Yeah,
doing that?
No, you can keep doing that.
Okay.
I just need to stop looking for this division sigil. It's never gonna happen.
I don't know what.
Wait, so what does the miner give? Just so I know whether or not to actually prioritize it.
It just gives everything, I believe.
Yeah, unless
You
you,
know
put
what?
in lenses to like have a higher chance of finding certain things.
Well,
Fuck
that's only
my
slightly
previous
higher.
goals. I'm out of here.
Wait, so you can make
This
lenses to
bullshit
make it so
stupid.
it finds better stuff?
Yeah, or like specific things. Like the yellow one I gave you gives it a higher chance of finding yellow.
Yeah,
ring
it still
coal,
finds
fuel.
other stuff, but it's more likely to find fuel.
Yeah, and like even my drill with like six yellow lenses in it still had a pretty high chance of finding like anything else.
Yeah.
Even with like maxed out lenses of one type, it's still mostly it mostly found other things. So a slight increase in yellow.
But
ring.
what's the tick for it to like generate? Is it like every minute, every 10 minutes?
Depends on how much power you're giving it. It needs like what, like 200,000 to actually fucking do a drill.
Jeez, dude, it's like sucking it's sucking so much that it's not even filling.
It's sucking more than a hooker sucks dick.
It sucks so much energy that it's like the energy goes in and it's immediately gone. And there's 4 of these like pre-chargers.
Yeah. What flux ducts are you using, by the way?
I'm just using pipes, energy pipes.
I don't know.
That's
what
all
to
we
do
can
with
afford.
Blightfall anymore. I
Because
had a
they're
goal, and then
cheap,
that goal
and
slowly
they
just
work.
died as the mod pack went on.
I mean, you're using flux ducts, right? Just flux ducts.
No, just
For lead
they're called energy pipes.
That's all we can afford, so that's what we made.
Why couldn't they have added Galacticraft to this so that way we could
I
have
think-
other-
Because
what it
the
should-
entire point of the mod is you went to an infected planet and you're supposed to colonize it. Not, we went to the planet, we decided we didn't like it, and went somewhere else.
No, I meant like, why don't we have Galacticraft this to like unlock after we've completed the planet and like cleansed it? And it's like, oh, but now the rest of the solar system is affected by it now.
Because you would have literally everything, and it would just mean that you just go to a planet, and within like an hour you will have cured it. So it just would be
We
pointless
don't-
and boring.
Every planet had different mobs and shit on it, and different boss creatures.
Okay, now you're just getting into
Galacticraft
something
is
that's
the
too
one that made
complicated
that.
for people to develop.
But Galacticraft already does that, where it has special mobs and creatures on a planet.
Yeah, great. You have no idea how much effort went into customizing this. It wasn't just we threw a bunch of mods together. No, so we threw mods together. We handcrafted an entire map, an entire set of loot, an entire story. Like, this is very, very, very carefully crafted. It would have been way too much work to add in going to other planets afterwards. And it also, again, would just be pointless because you would clear it in an hour.
And Demon? There's actually a reason on how the Blight came to this place.
Yeah, there's a story.
Were we at fault? Did we bring it here?
No, it was
No.
here before we showed up.
Capitalism did it.
Oh. I thought for a split second it'd be like one of the messages of like, oh, human beings are awful. Fuck them.
We are pretty shit.
It was capitalism. It struck again.
Them damn capitalists, how dare.
This was the toxic waste field.
This is where we dumped all our leftover nuclear waste from the power plants.
This is all because Timmy threw out the rest of his turkey on Thanksgiving.
What?
Piece of
That little extra bit of turkey mixing in with the toxic waste created a
starving
giant
children.
death turkey. And the giant death turkey decided to just rain the blight all over the planet. And then we killed it. We killed it using anti-aircraft missiles, but by that point the damage had already been done.
Exactly the point I'm making. You got it, hands down.
We must all never forget the Giga Turkey.
Never forget the Alamo. That was
Giga Alamo.
It was the Giga
Why
Turkey's
did
main
you
part.
jump?
Oh,
Did
boy.
you hear that gobble gobble? Your time is up.
So we're just not gonna find another division sigil then.
I guess not.
Oh my god. Alright, I guess I'll cheat one in next time then.
I
What
was
do you
making-
want from me?
How do you
I
just
need comfort.
lose a division sigil?
I asked Darius.
How do you just lose it?
Sagittarius? What? The constellation?
No.
Did I just?
Well, hey, I found emerald ore.
Did I just leave my fucking resonant chest at the bottom of some random cave? Oh my god.
Evidently. Hey, I found an actual vein of emerald ore. There's like 6 of it here.
Oh, it had
Whoa.
all the drills.
That's actually really good. I want some emeralds.
You know, maybe that's how Darius lost his division sigil. Stupid shit like that.
Oh my. Where did I even start mining? Okay, I was on the mountain summit. Oh my god.
I've come to
Wait.
retrieve taxes.
Oh, where the fuck did I okay, no, I started in the spires and then I flew around until I dug down. Holy shit. This might just be the dumbest blunder I've ever made.
How do I get
left
out of this hole?
with all of my drills in it?
You left all your valuable shit just in a
All
cave.
around. Just some random hole in the ground.
How the fuck do I get out of here?
Where did I start mining? This is fucking absolute mess of a biome. I found where I started mining.
I almost kind of want to say we should reset Blightfall because it feels like we've blundered to a point where things are slightly fucked. But like, I don't think restarting would be worth.
That would just be so awful.
It would be at this
We've gotten
point.
so much done at this point.
We've gotten so much done, but it almost feels like that first run is satisfactory. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, in this
We
case,
got
we have
too ahead of ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah.
a little bit too.
I mean, now I'm stuck doing nothing. At least in the satisfactory, there was one thing I was useful at: gathering resources that were necessary.
Holy shit, I mine like a fucking psychopath. What have I done here?
I've come to retrieve taxes, Josh. Where are the emeralds?
I don't know. They're in this hole over here.
Where are the drills?
Where's over here? I'm at your front
I have
door.
no idea, and I'm not at my base. I'm
Found the chest with
X935Z591. It's
I'm
somewhere
not
around
it.
here. I can't mine them anyways. I don't have a good enough pickaxe. You're gonna have to come into the cave, find them yourself, and mine them.
Oh, fucking hell. Okay, hold on. Okay, give me a second to fly. Alright, what did you say the coordinates were again?
X934Z596.
596. Okay.
It's on like the side of a mountain.
Okay, well I'm in the 900s now.
Yeah, 941 and Z590 about.
Fucking
941 and then
Literally at the entrance to our base, take a left. When leaving our base, take a left. And there's a big mountain range type thing.
Right.
Just keep going along the top of that mountain range and you'll hit the cave
what
going
was
into
the
the
Z
thing.
coordinate again?
I don't remember and I'm not near there anymore. I'm at Z540 right now, so it's probably like 580.
540. Okay, I'll go.
How the fuck did I manage this? Where did I put the boxes?
Well, I found plenty of everything in the mine except for a division sigil, so I'll just cheat one back in because dipshit lost it.
No, I lost all of the drills, and all of the pre-chargers, and all of the yellow lenses.
Yeah, so how the fuck did you manage that one?
I just forgot.
Wait, I'm at around that mark that you had listed.
Yeah, that was a very approximate listing of where I thought it was, because as I said, I had already left. But yeah, there's like some cave entrance on top of a mountain there.
On top of the mountain?
Yep.
Like very tippy top?
I don't remember. It was like sort of, but also sort of on the side, I think.
Was it near the little viewing platform we had created back a while ago?
I don't know what that is.
You don't remember the little viewing platform I set up when me and Spunkle were screwing around with you?
No, because I was completely ignoring your dumb shit.
I'm gonna have a fucking aneurysm.
You don't sound like you're okay.
I didn't see the cave entrance.
Shit in those boxes.
How did you manage that?
I put them down and I didn't pick them up. I don't even know why I put them down.
Door. And then I see a sludge pit.
I can't even find like where.
I don't know. You tell me, Spunkled.
I don't even know. I remember like what it looked like, the little spot that I put them in, but like I don't know how I got there. I'm in the cave. Where I was digging to the mine shaft. I just dropped in lava. That was fun.
There ain't shit. I don't see no cave entrance.
Where the I remember when I was fucking found that bread in the chest and I was really actually excited for bread.
Yeah,
I found that. But I also found that like right in the entry, like as soon as like I
Does
found
promethium and iron mix in the smeltery?
That's not where
I
I
have
went.
no clue.
Promethium doesn't mix with anything.
Okay, so I'll just throw promethium and iron in here.
Yeah. You just like check the uses before you throw stuff in, see if they have a
I'm
little.
going down to the basement level where I now live.
No, you don't.
I mentioned this last time. This is my temporary vacation home.
Now, I'd probably know a little more so what was going on in this game if I'd been paying more attention to the story.
I need to add additions to that thing. I'll be back. I'm going to go to the carpentry bench back in my base and make some chairs and tables and whatnot. What the fuck? Oh, no, that was just an actual item.
Also, Spunkled, how have you been getting that, like, liquefied blaze stuff to power your smelter? Do you just have a grinder for blazes?
Yeah, I have a blaze and a
Okay.
spawn.
I don't have any of that.
We have that.
Aren't you on his team?
I mean,
Alright.
doesn't-
I'm gonna get off Blightfall for now.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get off pretty soon, too.
I finished the mining thing, and hopefully we'll do stuff.
I'm very upset about my boxes.
I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Yeah, I feel like I don't quite have an exact direction with what I'm doing.
I am doing this in your little basement hole, and there's nothing you can do to stop
I
me.
don't know what you mean by a basement hole.
If you were to turn around, you'd see where I'm going.
I'm busy doing actually important stuff, so no. I will not be turning around to stare at your stupid ass. Molten promethium, 9 and 9 makes 18, so I can pour out 2 blocks of molten promethium. I can melt down the rest of this iron, I can melt down this cauldron, and I can melt down these minecarts.
I know what must be done.
I can also melt down, or start melting down these rails.
He cannot stop you.
Oh. Oh. Well, hello there.
Alright, I have 9 yellorium ore, which turns into 27 ingots, and that's good.
Well, hello, secrets.
What do you mean secrets?
Nothing, never you
There's
mind.
literally nothing secret in our base.
Never you mind. You hush.
Oh look, if it's in the way, we will just fucking destroy it.
Hush, child. You have no idea what I found.
If we find it as we're doing shit and it's in the way, we will just destroy it.
Don't do it.
If it is in our way, we will just destroy it. Because we didn't authorize it being there.
If I get off before I find these boxes, I'm gonna forget where they were.
You've clearly forgotten where they were anyways.
But I'm gonna forget, like, the imagery.
The imagery.
Okay, I found this mineshaft chest before. I don't remember when I put them down is the problem. that's the biggest problem here. I don't
Well, are you gonna feel like dying after this? Or do you want to do something else after?
I don't know.
I think he's dead.
I think I'm gonna die. Yeah, I'm kind of currently dead. Once I find these boxes, I'm gonna get off. But I don't. I
I
will.
was thinking of Majesty. But oh well. I did a live stream of it at one point. I was trying to do the Corvus SMP, and then I got bored, and I was like, fuck it, we're doing Majesty instead. And then for like 40 straight minutes.
Isn't that weird, like, indirect controlling people in a medieval era thing?
RTS, yes. That's the one. That's the one you don't like, and that you constantly say whenever I bring it up. Fuck that game.
Yeah, that sounds awful. I don't want to even touch it.
Sounds awful,
Yep,
but
I don't even want to try.
that's, I don't know, maybe watch my live stream.
Why even bother?
I mean, I don't know, you get a good look at it.
Imagine playing Legos on a computer. Wow, that sounds horrible.
What?
Dude,
Legoland for the
Imagine
PC.
playing Legos on a computer. No, like Minecraft. What the fuck? It's just Legos.
No, it's not.
It's just Legos. Well, it
I mean,
sounds
it's not,
like
you
Legos.
know that.
And I don't like Legos in real life.
You know, I'm pretty sure if you didn't like Legos in real life, and that was true, you probably wouldn't like Minecraft.
I found a hidden area under your base. It is mine now.
I just found a regular spider spawner.
I found a regular skeleton spawner. Those are fairly rare. Let's save them.
There's no division. There's no division schedule.
Josh, guarantee you will not be able to find me.
That's enchanted books. Efficiency.
Well, that's
3.
not fair.
Did you just port him?
And this was
Yes.
here. I found this. I
You
found
didn't
this
find
with
this. This was a hole we patched up because we put something there and then we didn't need it. And
Yes,
also,
and now it is mine.
we might be putting something down there that needs power later.
No, it's mine.
It's our base. We will literally just remove it if
No,
you're in the
this is-
way.
No, these are my tables and chairs.
We will literally just remove it and use it as fuel.
Oh god, here it comes. Oh god, I'm going to fall.
don't even know what's happening.
Shadow is hunting down Slayer, and Shadow likes to delete the blocks underneath people so that they fall and suffocate.
Yeah, so I'm just sitting in the chair. I'm going to fall.
Why did Edelson remove our beds? I'm sick of spawning on the fucking spaceship. I'm putting them back down.
Hey, Rare, should I just remove the stuff after he leaves?
I don't know.
But what if I lived here forever?
Then you've got no life. And probably no job anymore.
My hunger bar disappears when I sit down in the chair.
Circles.
I can never know how hungry I am as long as I'm sitting.
Where are my boxes? They had all the drills.
Don't we already have drills working, like the laser drills?
Yeah, but he...
Oh, yeah, we have one. The rest were in the box.
What happened to the giant setup that was outside the base?
He took them
I'm
down.
walking to him with them in the box.
Wait, Shadow, if you delete the chair he's sitting in with your wand, what happens? Does he just float?
I don't know, but I know he'll get pissed if I kill him for the millionth time.
I mean, it's keep inventory, but I think I lose the XP.
You lose reputation.
Reputation and XP, which is two things I don't
No,
want
you don't
to
lose the XP, you just lose reputation.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, you lose XP. I've lost some before.
I have lost no experience from dying.
I have lost some.
If you lose reputation, I lose reputation, so don't die.
Yes, we all lose reputation.
Also, don't die.
Just don't die, forehead.
Oh, it's easy. Easy clap.
Am I immune?
I think one of my favorite things to do with my girlfriend Evie is if we're playing a game and she's doing badly, and she's like, "How do I do?" And they're like, "How do I do this better?" You know, it's like, how do I do this thing? I'm like, just do it.
I am immune. Fuck you.
So is he
Hey,
just
Rare.
floating?
Yeah. I even broke the chair
Figured.
from underneath him, and he's holding it.
I'm immune.
But is he now permanently just stuck floating?
I'm just here. I
don't
am
know,
the
he
magic
won't move.
man.
It rained on Shadow.
Hey, Shadow. Why don't you have a seat right there? Have a seat right there.
If I could light that chair on fire, I would right now.
Chris Hansen joke.
It's Chris, yeah.
Who the fuck is Chris Hansen?
I'm sorry, what?
How do you not know who Chris Hansen is?
Because I've never heard the name mentioned before in my entire life.
He's the guy that fucking corners pedophiles on TV. and
That
then
doesn't help.
There was one episode where some, like,
Episode of what? What are you talking about?
To Catch a Predator with.
Oh, I've
Chris
never seen that show in my life.
Hansen. But you've heard of it.
My
That
dad
is
told me about it
one part.
once, and then I completely
Yeah.
forgot everything he told me about it.
Oh my god, that just baffles me. You
As like an actor that like plays a fucking 14-year-old girl like every time. It's kind of
Yeah, I
weird.
know my dad told
Yeah.
me what the show was. I've heard of the show, and I know the premise.
somewhat recently he actually went after Onision.
Yeah,
Who?
and I think nothing came of
The
that.
YouTuber Onision.
I've never heard of that person.
What the how?
I don't know, because I have a life.
Oh no. Oh no. That's not fair. That's not immunity. I don't have that.
You know that I'm
Your choice, demon.
That's not fair though. I'm immune from floating, not burning.
Did you just dump
You
You can't
lava on
use
him?
that tactic.
Not yet.
You can't use that. I don't have weaponry enough.
Speaking of which, our smelter is almost out of lava. How do I get liquid blaze rod? Other than just like stealing it from you.
I don't even fly.
Just look up pyro in NEI.
As long as I don't move from this spot, I don't die.
You sure about that?
But the second he gets the lava on me, I die. So there's an issue here. A glaring problem. A glaring orange and red hot problem. Hi.
Hi.
Just get away from it. Forehead.
I need lava.
Easy forehead.
Well, I'm still hurting.
We'll just drown him.
Do it.
That's pretty. That's pretty.
Is there a sigil for
that's
air
pretty-
breathing? No, I only have one for haste and holding.
Anyhow, do you have more than one bucket of lava on you? Because I need lava for the smelter.
The ceiling bucket.
Alright, well, have fun.
Okay.
Please, no more.
I'm not having a
Hey,
good
Demon.
time.
No more, sir. I just want to eat my chicken parmesan.
Where were you the night of December 3rd, 1873?
What are you talking about?
I was not even a concept.
Oh, you're lying.
What do you mean? How am I lying? I'm not. I wasn't even a concept. I wasn't alive. I wasn't born.
How did that damage you faster that time?
I don't know. It damages me while I'm in it.
Where were you on the
One
night
more, and you're fucked.
October 1st, 1990?
I mean, you're not wrong.
There's all your
I'm
food.
gonna eat it. But no, I have chicken sandwiches. And I have carrot juice, and I have cooked fish,
Slayer.
and a jeweled apple, and boiled eggs.
Are you aware that you're saying sandwiches instead of sandwiches, or are you doing that by accident?
I'm doing that on purpose.
Okay, because I was going to say if you were doing that by accident, I was legitimately surprised if you didn't know that it was pronounced sandwich.
No, I know it is. I just like saying sandwich.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, execute it. Got it.
Paschetti. Slayer, do you pronounce it Paschetti?
What? What?
Success!
What do you mean, Pischetti? What are you talking about?
I'm asking him if he pronounces spaghetti Paschetti.
No, I pronounce it spaghetti.
I see.
Rare. I successfully did it. Demon is no longer in there.
I mean, good for you.
Holy fucking shit, I can't find these blocks. How did I do this?
I don't know.
What happened to all the guys?
I don't know.
What happened to all the guys on the ship?
I have no idea.
Are the Steves dead? Are they not there?
No, every single armor stand dude is gone.
No!
Gee, I wonder what happened.
Hero, what did you do?
Gee, I wonder what happened.
Why did you do that? It's just not fun.
I wasted so much wood on those tables and shit. I'm gonna need those back.
How much wood did that cost?
More than I'd like to admit.
Oh my god, I keep accidentally throwing things on the ground instead of throwing it in the storage container.
Oh. I'm just like...
Yeah, I'm gonna need those back.
How did you
Losing all that.
lose your storage containers?
Yeah, I'm gonna need those
I
back.
put them...
I'm gonna take them. I'm gonna need those.
How did you fuck that up so badly?
I don't know. I've been asking myself the same question for the past...
I mean,
However...
it's hilarious, so I kind of
Now
don't
I'm
feel
getting
bad
the
for
fuck
you in
outta
a
here
way.
before I fall to the what?
I forgot to fill in the hole you made.
Not my problem. I ain't sticking around for you to fucking launch me in another hole.
Okay.
Spunkle, are you alright?
And I have the feeling as long as I stay on this level, there's too many important things.
Spunkle, are you alright? I think Spunkled is like ready to cry almost.
What is this? I have
That is
no idea.
water, demon.
No, I meant the block here.
I don't know what it is.
It doesn't say. It just says water. Hold on, somebody's
Progress
at my door.
accumulator.
Oh, cool.
I don't know what it does, and I don't know why it's there.
My door. Who's the knocking?
Pulls water from surrounding.
Oh, so it collects water for shit.
Yeah. What are you doing, demon?
Does anybody ever know what he's doing?
I don't even think he ever knows what he's doing.
I was letting the fucking door be unlocked and just be let in.
Oh. Oh.
What are you doing? Don't do that.
Dog bark, go boof.
What? Boof?
Woof, morph, morph, morph.
I hate you.
I couldn't hear anything. He was completely silent.
Whose dog is barking? Is that Spunkold's?
It's my dog.
Who's Doggo Supreme?
I like the old one better.
The old what?
The old dog.
What's the difference?
He barked, but he was nice.
Is this one just an asshole?
This one's a bitch.
A what?
It's a bitch.
Oh, you said bid.
Literally and figuratively.
You said bid, which was what confused me.
I didn't say bid.
No, you said bid.
standing
You went,
on
this one's a
alchemy.
bid.
I said bitch.
No, you said
You might
bid.
have heard bid. You might have heard bid. I said bitch.
No, you definitely said
I
bid.
mean, I might have said like bitch.
Alchemy has allowed me to ascend. It has, though. And now you have ascended as well.
That's what you get for that joke.
What? Where am I?
Press F3.
Wait, no, I have this. I have the feeling that I'm gonna look down in a.
Press
in a system and
F3.
I'm gonna see. I don't need to. I know that I'm really high up in the air and I'm just falling. I can see my mini map slowly zooming in. I'm going to die relatively soon. Plus, the sun is moving away from me.
I teleported you 100,000 blocks high.
Yeah, I'm still in the 97,000. It's gonna take me a while before I hit the ground.
Well, alchemy made you ascend, did it not?
It did. Holy crap! I can see the moon and the sun at the same time. I have achieved Valhalla.
The hell is Valhalla?
You have not watched Mad Max Fury Road, and for that I'm upset with you.
No, I've never watched anything Mad Max.
The concept of Valhalla is from Mad Max Fury Road. You are flawed.
No, I know it's not. It's just that's the most prevalent memory that pops into my head whenever I hear the word.
Yeah, I've never seen anything Mad Max because honestly the concept
Also,
seems kind of stupid.
Valhalla is like a mythological place. It's like in mythology.
It's like fucking.
Which mythology demon?
I want to say Norse, but I have a feeling just Vikings. Wait, Viking is Norse. 'cause Norway.
Norse.
I was about to say, yeah, I was about to say, hold on. Viking is Norse because Norway.
I was about to throw you into another hole. for
How
you
can
not
you do
knowing.
that if I'm 91,000 feet in the air?
Well, I can do this.
Don't you fucking dare. Let me fall.
I can
me
teleport him to you and see what he can do.
Let me fall to my death.
Oh, I accidentally teleported Shadowborn to himself. I can do this.
Hi, demon.
What? What do you mean hi?
He's now
You like
falling
it,
with you.
He's at 100,000. I'm at 89 though.
No, I
So there's, like, at least-
teleported him to you, so he teleported to exactly where you were. So he's probably
Where the fuck is he now?
he's probably like 10 or 20 blocks behind. Falling.
Actually, he was falling faster than me.
Oh yeah, that's because you pick up speed as you fall and you eventually hit terminal velocity.
Haha! Terminal velocity is my best friend in this scenario.
Teleport him to me, Rare.
I
No, don't
mean,
do this. I feel like my terminal Haha!
Yeah, it's
My,
gone.
my terminal velocity. Now yours was stronger than mine.
Hi.
And now mine was stronger than yours. It will always be out of balance.
But guess what? I'll save myself from the ground. So I came prepared with water.
that's some bullcrap.
Oh wait, I completely forgot about the one thing that saves me in this scenario. Yeet!
Oh yeah, send yourself up higher.
But you see, that just means I can fly using my air sigil.
Okay.
Second, my headphones go off. I need to unlock the door again.
Teleport him closer to the ground.
I don't. How close?
100 blocks.
TP Slayer Central Squiggle. I'll do 500.
Alright.
Or I'll just do 1,000.
He's back. Damn it. I can't wait till your blood network runs out and you're literally killing yourself. You know that, Damon?
I'll be fine.
Who's playing Pornhub?
What?
Who's playing Pornhub?
I like how right when you ask that, we just hear from Scoots.
I didn't set your base on fire, Spunkled.
Wait, what the fuck does Scoots have to say right now?
I don't care if you see your face on
I accidentally dumped a tank of blazing promethium near the smelters. Oh, hi,
To be completely
Slayer.
honest, Scoots is probably one of the more annoying people I know.
Where the fuck? Oh, oh dear. Oh dear.
You absolute idiot! Like, I'm dumb, but you're the R word.
Oh, that was funny.
Hey, where can you teleport me to you?
Did you like burn down our chests or something?
No, he burned down all the ender lilies. Well, almost all of them. He burned out most of them.
How do I plant more of these?
You can't now. We need more.
I'm
more
in
seeds.
creative mode.
Then get the seeds and put them down on the end stone.
There's an incredibly low chance for them to drop an extra seed. We started out with like 4, now we have like 13, but apparently now we have like what, like 2?
Yeah, you have like 2 left.
We have like 4 or 5 actually. You're not seeing the other ones wrapping around the corner.
There we go.
Oh shit, there's sugarcane out here. Oh yeah, let me take that shit.
Yeah, no, I just dumped a bucket of blazing promethium for fun.
None of these.
Where the fuck are you, demon?
He ran like a bear.
I ain't being fucked with after I moved. See, the only reason for you to actually fuck with me was because I was in your base. Now that I've moved all my
You're in my
equipment,
base.
well, you see, this is just wrong.
You're in his server.
Oh fuck, I'm on fire.
Base.
And now I'm put out.
No, I'm trying to place this, not harvest these crops.
Ow.
Also, my brother's gonna update some settings on our router, so our IP address might change again.
God damn it.
Who the hell is doing that?
That was the PA Kids intro.
The what?
Pornhub Kids.
I don't think we're allowed to
Oh.
say that on Twitch.
I don't think you're allowed to say that in life.
Well, no, it's child friendly.
I remember seeing like a Reddit thread where people were talking about like the sketchy stuff in their internet history, and one guy said as like a teenager, he's like, I wonder if there's like porn but for teenagers. So he looked up like teenager porn and got in trouble.
Hey Damon, I've got a question.
Oh, please.
Can I steal one of those mono blasters from you?
No, you're gonna kill me with it. I'm gonna die.
I can't. PvP is off.
Yeah, I did it
It's a mono
specifically
blaster.
so that people couldn't just murder each other for no reason.
And yet he's found ways.
Yeah, with Thaumcraft, not Botania.
I don't understand Botania anyway.
So can I take one of the mono blasters?
I don't even know what those are. Ask Spunkle. He's the one who's more knowledgeable on that shit than me.
Spunkle,
I'm completely in the dark on that shit. I do not know if we need it or not.
Spunkle, can I take one of the 2 mono blasters you guys have?
Oh, if I was saying mono blast, yeah, you can take a mana blast. You know, yeah.
You know, yeah, the thing that we thing.
Dang, it's taken me almost an extra, like, 20 minutes of streaming to smelt down all the stuff I got from that mining expedition.
Except for the emerald, which you could not get.
Yes, because I have crap pickaxes.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting here with Damascus steel.
I don't know what that is.
Why are you gay?
You know, Spunkle, this isn't all that funny.
But laughter.
You're clearly the one doing this.
No. What are you talking about?
Yeah, sure, I don't believe
What you
you.
talking about, Willis?
Why is there so much shit in this mod pack and half of it is just not used?
Good. Let me come back to this one.
Then I say that like I don't know the reason.
I just noticed something.
What?
I threw an Ender Pearl while I was in the air. I wonder how long it's going to take for that to hit the ground.
If the chunk is loaded, it will fall. If it's not loaded, it won't fall.
What happens if you teleport him all the way up to where you teleported me at the highest point, and then let him throw one from there, teleported him back to the ground, and then watched and waited to see what happened?
It would take a while, but eventually the pearl would hit the ground, and you just teleport to it.
I know, but now I want to test the theory to see how long
People
it takes.
actually do stuff like that on 2B2T, where they throw a pearl and then they leave the chunks so that the pearl gets frozen in time, and they'll have an alt account that they'll have sitting near that chunk, and they'll walk into that chunk so that their main account will get teleported there if they get into trouble.
Huh. That's a strat.
Yeah, no, 2B2T is a weird place. It's actually a place where cake is a useful food, because sometimes it lags so bad you can't actually eat food and you'll starve to death. So you have to place a cake and eat the cake.
Because cake works by slice.
No, there's just no animation. So you don't have to wait for an animation to finish, and the problem is when the server's TPS is low, the animation will never complete for eating food. So because cake gets eaten instantly, that's not a problem.
Modern problems require modern solutions, am I right, boys?
No, 2B2T is its own hell. It's different than anything else ever.
I know, but modern problems require modern solutions.
No.
They needed a food that they could exploit out of the lag. They found cake. That was finding
Yeah,
a
but
way
that
around
doesn't
it.
really work because it's not a modern problem. This is a specific problem for a specific server in Minecraft that nobody else ever has to deal with.
Let the joke fly, you fucking stick up your ass.
The joke
person.
doesn't work, so no.
It works enough, and that's all that matters.
No, it doesn't work, like, at all. I wonder what the TPS of this server is. With all the mobs we have, it's probably at like 18 or something.
Ow.
It's supposed to be running
Tried
at
to make
20,
a jump, but it
but
didn't work.
18 you wouldn't notice. And I do, well actually, correction, you can notice, but you notice it and like sometimes you break things and then it reappears for a quick second. And I've seen that shit happen.
Eh. This taint swarm really wants my ass. The good thing I'm in the dome. They can't touch me.
You could just go out and fight it.
I could, but I don't feel like it.
So what you're telling me is open up the dome to them.
Don't do that.
Because then I have to replace stuff, probably. Maybe not, I don't know.
You need
but
to replace
either
the
way,
glass.
So I'm not sure if that comes back or not using the wand technique, and I'm pretty sure the wand technique will, well, no, actually, I just saw it used vertically, so it can be used vertically and horizontally.
You know I'm in streamer mode, Spunkled, so I know that's just you fucking with me. I know that I'm not actually getting that many Discord notifications.
Of chaos.
Is that a My Little Pony joke?
No.
Because there is a character in the show called Discord, and he's literally referred to as an agent of chaos because of that. His entire character is he controls chaos.
And he is also voiced by Q from Star Trek. John
And
Delancey.
he's a total asshole, and I don't think he deserved a redemption arc. But he
Oh,
got
I
one
loved him.
anyways.
I love him.
hate
He's great.
I hate
I
him.
love him.
His character's awful. Like,
His
even
character's
now,
great.
he's still an asshole. Like, even after he was redeemed, he still does, like, criminal shit. And he just gets away with it because, oh, I'm a good guy, remember?
He's a cheeky little boy. I love him.
No, he's just an ass.
He's a troll.
Yeah, and I hate that. Like,
No, I'm sitting over
there's
here, I
very
love
few
it.
situations in which trolling is funny. In most situations, it's not. It's just infuriating. And you think it's funny because you're making someone infuriated, which isn't funny.
Ugh.
It's just cruel
But
and
that's the
awful.
point.
I mean, I guess to be fair, I like the episodes where Discord like gets his comeuppance, where he's like talking hot shit, being like, "I have all the power in this situation. I'm better than you," and then he suddenly realizes what's wrong. Is like, "Oh, I'm the problem."
Like prank calls. It's funny when people get pissed off over dumb shit. Like, oh no, I'm confused, so my immediate reaction is unrelenting anger.
What?
Unrelenting anger and anguish.
Trolls are like the original trolling. Trolling is funny when it's like people just get pissed off over stupid shit.
I think trolling is funny when you're like joking around with your friends, but when you're like going out of your way to make people you don't know pissed, it's just not funny.
Well, it's a good
Well,
thing that he had that everybody he pissed off he knew.
It's funny as like a showcase for the people around. When it's really just like when, like the point is like pointing out when people get pissed off over like tiny shit, and they just make more of a deal of it than it ever should have been made of. Like,
What?
if you just go around like calling some
Trolling
random
is
dude,
literally just you're trying to piss people
you
off
call
for the sake of making
yeah,
them angry.
exactly. And the point is that people get way too upset over like comments online, and that's kind of the whole point. People get way too upset way easily, and it's like a showcase of. It's funny when people get upset over nothing.
I can see into the 5th dimension now.
I once got banned from a TF2, or no, I got kicked from a TF2 server for being quote unquote toxic. When I literally was just like joining in on a gag that I thought everyone knew that that it was a joke. Like literally, there was some dude was yelling at some other guy. Like the match just started, and he was like, dude, he was just yelling. I'm like, dude, can you stop doing that? Can you stop being a little shithead? I just started calling him little shithead or whatever, and everyone was like, people thought that I was being serious. Like, no, I'm just calling him a shit. The joke is that nothing happened, but apparently they didn't get that. I don't know. It's completely unrelated.
What?
But I thought it was.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like, your whole joke was just annoying somebody.
Because the joke was that the whole joke was that nothing happened, and I thought they got it. I thought it was pretty understandable, but apparently it wasn't. We're just telling him to cut the shit when he literally did nothing.
I once got banned from a server literally for having everyone type into the chat potato, but we would only type it in once, each person, so it was just a giant line of spam, but it was one person typing the word in, so it wasn't technically spam, but because I was the one who initiated it, I got banned because they were like, "Oh, well, you're spamming." They gave me a warning at first. They gave me a warning at first saying don't spam, and I was like, "But I wasn't spamming. I only typed in the message once," and then without a second thought, banned.
Yeah, but that's like you're
Because you
subverting
incited
a
into it.
rule. You're like, I can't
You would
spam,
say-
so I'm gonna get a bunch of people to spam for me.
But did you tell them to say potato, or did they just start doing it?
We all kind of we were all in the voice chat, and I sort of just dropped the idea of like, what if like a couple of us typed in like potato in the chat, and then everyone in the voice chat, which was like I think at least like 50 or 60 people, were like, "Hell yeah, that sounds great."
Yeah, so
Because
you
it was like the grand opening of that server, so on the grand opening of the server, I got banned.
because you subverted a rule.
But there
I didn't
wasn't
even mean to. Everyone else just agreed to do it.
You said like 50 people. What if we all just said this thing at the exact
I
same
said, what
time?
if a couple of us did? I didn't expect everyone to jump on board.
You probably should have. Like that's kind of on you.
I mean, even at the end of the day, who gives a shit? A bunch of people said potato. Oh no, it's the end of the world.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's a reason the server owner probably didn't want people just spamming shit because it's annoying.
Well, I mean, I guess it didn't even matter in the end because I was never invited back to that server ever. I was never allowed to join back in because you're permit ban. And it was also Minilad's Discord server, which now with the current revelation of who he is, I'm like, oh god, I'm glad I'm not.
Yeah,
part
well,
of
who
that server
cares now?
now.
At
Yeah,
this
it's like
point.
who really gives a shit now? I don't care if be in there. Good. I'm okay with the fact I was banned on day one because some guy had a stick up his ass.
People were upset that like Mini Lad's response was trending. Like, oh, why is YouTube trending this? Like, I thought the consensus was that like not everything is handpicked, but a lot of stuff is handpicked. I thought that was the consensus about the trending tab.
No, a vast majority of the trending tab is just not handpicked at all.
No, like some of
It's mostly just like
most
there's analytics on your account about what you do, and YouTube just knows some like metadata on videos what to show you.
No. I mean like the trending tab on YouTube.
I don't know how it works.
Like the common consensus is that like it's handpicked for the most part, but there is still stuff that is just like it gets popular and ends up on there. So like people
That
are
was
said
probably
like,
it.
why did YouTube trend Mini Lad? Like no, they probably didn't handpick it. It was probably just actually very much viewed. Because it was Mini Lad for God's sakes.
Oh, I mean, his stuff did like, as far as views go, just go down the shitter after the revelations came.
Well, yeah, but like his response is something that would understandably blow. Even if it was shitty, even if he did do something shit, I don't think it's.
I
on
didn't even
YouTube.
see it in the trending tab. I literally went out of my way to see if he made a response because I was like, I wonder how Mini Lad's channel is doing now that came out. So I went out of my way to find Mini Lad and saw that he had made it.
Yeah, like I don't blame YouTube because I don't think YouTube picked his video to trend. I think that was just popular, like you know.
I mean,
don't think
his response wasn't that bad, but I'm still not subscribing.
Yeah, I mean, like me.
Like he fucked up. He crossed the line. Like you don't get to come back from that. I'm sorry.
What did he do?
Pedophilia.
He basically just exchanged like nudes and shit with minors.
Yeah, kind of pedophilia, but not like full blown. But still,
No,
he crossed
that's
the line.
pedophilia. That
No,
legally
I
meets
mean,
the
like,
definition.
compared to the the Carson.
Compared to the actual act of like going down on the child.
Compared to the Carson, like for me, like I always want to know the ages before I start. Like I want to know the details before I start.
Oh yeah, apparently the thing with Carson was less that like the people he was doing it with were like barely legal. Apparently it was more so just he was a total fucking asshole and like abused them in the relationship.
But he didn't though. Like
I
if
mean,
you
that's
look at
what I heard. Like
That's what
apparently
everyone said.
it was less that like these people were barely legal, and it was more like he was just an ass.
But like, if you look at the DMs, they both just look like horny teens that didn't know any. They were both very into it. Like, everyone involved was very into it, and he was just kind of like a creepy, horny teen, and that's it. And there was nothing really particular about it. And everyone like a lot of people saying like, oh, it's the position of power shit, but like, was he gonna fire them? You didn't promise them to fucking. Oh, if you exchange nudes with me, I'm gonna shout you out on Twitter.
Yeah, but you kind of understand when you're in a position that there are people who are like, ooh, you're popular, therefore you're attractive.
Yeah, but and you know, rock stars have been doing that for like decades, and people have been doing that forever.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's okay.
But it's nothing. It's nothing special, and it's really not as rare as you think it is.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Surprising
not
that-
saying it's rare. I'm just saying that that doesn't just make it okay because it's a thing already.
It's surprising how many people don't believe me as a
I'm
human
saying-
being when I say that like if I ever got popular, like really super popular, that I wouldn't be that type of person who would just accept nudes from my fans. And some of the people I've told that to are like, yeah,
I mean,
there's no way you
I'd
wouldn't
probably,
be able to resist.
because I have poor judgment, I would probably pull a pro Jared and accept nudes from people who are over 18 and then have it bite me in the ass. Because I have god-awful judgment.
If I were in the situation, I just no, because
I just have really
be later
shit
used as
judgment.
blackmail.
I just have bad judgment, so like
The only nudes
in the moment I
I'm
don't think about
accepting,
anything.
the only nudes I'm ever accepting are from my significant other, which I don't have at the moment. So.
There's also nudes of me just with several people who I don't talk to anymore, so like I don't know where they are. And like half of them aren't even trustworthy people. Half of them like before had sent me nudes from other people that they promised not to show anybody else.
I'm just never gonna share my own nudes ever, and anybody who does share theirs with mine is gonna be either blocked or ignored. And the only person I will accept nudes from would be my significant other, and that's if they choose to send me a nude. If they don't, whatever. You're still my significant other. We can work from there.
I'm not gonna send nudes. I'm not doing that shit.
I also never really understood the whole purpose of sending nudes. It's like, if it's my significant other, I'm probably gonna see you naked at some point later on in the coming months or weeks and shit.
Yeah, well,
like
the
that.
idea is
So
like
what does it
you
matter?
don't see them, and you're horny now.
Boo-hoo. That's what then that's the moment when I fucking type into my computer Pornhub.com. Boom, there we go.
Yeah, but that's not your significant other. That's a rando.
So
So it's not the same.
better not to accept the nudes, because those things can be used against you. Blackmail and shit.
I mean, how are you gonna blackmail me with my nudes? Like, honestly, if you had my nudes and you wanted to blackmail me, what the fuck are you gonna do? Be like, I'll release it online. Just be like, okay, there's a million pictures of people's penises online. Like, mine will just get lost.
But it's you this time. But it's
So
you
what?
This
It's you, and you don't care. Somebody else could actually really give a shit.
Yeah, well, they're a fucking idiot then.
They just hold different values on their body than you do. You hold the value of apparently I don't give a shit who sees me naked.
No,
Whereas
I
other people are
don't,
like-
because it doesn't matter.
Yeah, whereas other people are pretty self-conscious about it.
Yeah, and I don't
like,
get why.
Even if I wasn't self-conscious, I don't want naked pictures of me on the internet.
Neither do
well,
I.
like, I got what was clearly a spam email. Like, I got an email. It was literally in my spam folder. I went to delete my spam folder, and the subject line was a password, and it was one of the burner passwords I use. Like, whenever I make an account for something I don't care about, I have, like, a lazy password I use. And that was the subject line. So, one of the burner accounts I made had the password leaked somehow. And it was a thing claiming that, like, oh, I have a video of you watching porn, and I'll release it and tell everybody what porn you were watching unless you pay me $4,000. And I was just like,
from the site itself.
this is fake. 1, this is fake. 2, if this guy actually has a video of me jerking off to whatever weird-ass porn I watch, what's gonna do more damage? Me giving this person $4,000 or my friends seeing that I jerk off to weird stuff. Me giving $4,000 away is going to be more damaging. Even if this was legit, I wouldn't pay. Like,
not only that, but if you did pay, then that person might actually try to go with.
Oh well, it's clearly fake. Like, it's 100% bullshit. Clearly.
Yeah. Well,
I know.
But even if it wasn't bullshit,
what they love to do is they love to hold you. Like if it works the first time, they love to hit you again.
yeah.
More money, more.
Even if it wasn't bullshit though, and they were like, "Here's the recording," I'd be like, "Okay, release it." I'm not giving you $4,000.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean, if it came down to that kind of monetary value, I'd probably give the same answer, but only because it's that monetary value.
I wouldn't even give $5. I'd be like, no.
And that would really be the only answer, save like calling, like trying to get an investigation. Maybe.
Man, I just don't care.
My response at that point would probably just have to go along the lines of, I'm not paying you the $4,000, so what you might as well do is come up with a decent thumbnail, upload that shit to Pornhub.
Come up with a decent thumbnail.
It was funny what Bella Thorne did. Like,
Oh.
she Bella Thorne.
Oh.
She was a movie star, and now she's an adult.
Who?
She was a celebrity. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, thank you. You didn't say that. I went who, and you just went,
stole
oh,
the
she was a
bathwater.
chick.
Belle
Belle Delphine.
No!
That Belle Delphine's the one who sold bathwater.
Bella Thorne. Oh my god.
What? Yeah, you said Bella Thorne, but then Shadow went the chick who sold bathwater, and I was like, oh, that's Belle Delphine.
So, she got some fucking some blackmail, like, oh, if you don't blah blah blah, I forget what it was, but if you don't do this, I'm gonna release your nudes to the whole internet. And she was like, okay, then I'll release them for you. I'm just like, you know what, I can't really fucking find you and make you not release them, so I might as well just do it then.
I know James Charles, I had like his Twitter hacked, and his response to it when they like threatened to post his nudes, he was like, I've only taken one nude, here it is. After it happened, he was like, I've only ever taken one nude, so like, here it is, publicly available. No one can now blackmail me with this.
And then they looked and they were like, oh shit.
Man, my thing is like, there's so many pictures of naked people on the internet, it's gonna get lost in that slew. And if I'm a famous person, like, if I'm a famous person, there are people probably jerking off to my voice, like. I'd be more concerned about that than if someone got a hold of a naked picture of me while I was famous and was jerking off to that. Like, that makes sense. But I know there are people like, oh, this famous person, like, you can go on WikiFeet, and Markiplier has a WikiFeet article, and people, like, jerk off reading WikiFeet articles, and, like, that kind of shit. It's like, that's concerning.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I can defend the whole voice thing where it's like, who doesn't feel like they partially want to bust a nut whenever Morgan Freeman speaks?
Me, because that's weird.
But Morgan Freeman's voice is heavenly.
It's not really. It's just very impressive.
Oh my god, his voice is amazing.
You don't feel like you have to, because it's already happened as soon as it starts.
Ah, yes, you're right. Of course. It's just the urge for round 2.
I mean, he's got a nice voice, but I don't know why people obsess over it.
Now, Demon, just imagine you doing that to Morgan Freeman's voice and hearing the...
Wait, hear what? You cut out?
Yeah.
But no, just imagine you doing that to...
You're getting cut out again.
Motherfucker. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, just imagine you doing that to Morgan Freeman's voice and you hear him narrate everything.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
It's just like, and we can see here he is busted a nut. Oh, God. There's probably... Morgan Freeman at some point has probably had to say the word nut. So somewhere out there, there's a voice clip taken out of context of Morgan Freeman saying nut. 100%.
And he goes up and down and up and down again.
Stop. Are we allowed to talk about this on Twitch?
And then his father walks into the room, and it was at that moment he realized he fucked up.
Is that Morgan Freeman that says that line?
No, that's just somebody who did an impression.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought. Well, the reason I asked that question is because you were saying it like it was him that said it, but I was pretty sure that wasn't him.
Nah, it was just an impression.
You ask if we're allowed to say this on Twitch. I once joined a Marbles on stream fucking giveaway for a Bad Dragon tentacle dildo. I think we're okay saying this.
Well, keep in mind, Twitch doesn't like
Why
to
did
enforce
you
its
want
rules
that?
equally.
Because it would have been so funny to just have it.
I mean, I would legitimately use that.
That's what worries me about you, is that you would legit use that. Me and Spunkle have the idea of, well, okay, I can understand him at least using it for like, hey, look, I invited company over. Hey, take a look at my tentacle. I don't use it, but I keep it up on the shelf. My prized possession.
Tentacle. It's like Day of the Tentacle merch. It's just decorative.
Exactly.
Do you think you're... Just imagine you get it. Do you think your parents would realize what it was?
Oh no, that's just Cthulhu. That's just Cthulhu stuff.
Do you think your parents would have realized what it would be?
As soon as I entered that match, I was thinking like, oh god, what happens if I win?
How am I gonna explain this to my family?
What if the package comes here and I'm asleep? What do I do?
Didn't Soda Pop and open a picture that was like somebody was like, oh, check out this cosplay, and he was really somebody who dressed up a penis to look like a cowboy, and he got banned for it. He got banned for showing it on stream. And he didn't even realize at first. He just opened it up and he was like, I guess that's nice, whatever. And then he closed it and people like, look at it again. He was like, look at it again. What? People saying it's a penis? And then he went and he looked at it again and he just goes, fuck! And then his stream got cut off.
Is he still banned?
No, he's not banned. He's been unbanned from that. He might be banned for something else. I know XQC got banned for extremely unsportsmanlike conduct during a Fall Guys tournament.
What the fuck happened with like, what was it? Ice Poseidon.
I don't know who that is.
He hasn't been unbanned. He's some old streamer. I think it was like one of the really popular original. I don't know.
Ice Poseidon. I think my friends in the Yin Yang server like linked him to me one time.
My dad actually tried streaming on Twitch once, and he was streaming Hearthstone.
Oh.
And he happened to get matched up with some guy who was a big Hearthstone streamer and just absolutely kicked the guy's ass. And the guy got so salty about it, he sought out my dad's channel, which got a small blow up of popularity. And he found every little thing my dad did that could be considered against TOS. Like, my dad will do weird voices as he plays, and so, like, the guy went and, like, cited, like, him doing a voice and was like, this is him doing a racist impersonation of an Asian, or whatever, and got him banned from Twitch permanently for it.
Wow.
And my dad was like, yeah, it was fun while it lasted, but, like, I don't really feel the need to return to it. But yeah, no, he happened to get paired up against some really big streamer and just absolutely creamed him.
Yeah, I just love how the big streamers are so petty like that they'll actually go out of the way to do that shit just because they're petty little bitches.
Yeah, like my dad basically just woke up like the day after it happened. He remembered going over to the guy's stream and the guy was like really fucking pissed off about it. And the next day he like woke up and there were just like 40 emails from Twitch.
Damn. Kind of want to whoop that guy's ass, that streamer. Kind of want to whoop his ass.
Yeah.
But I don't have the money or energy necessary to go and track down where he is IRL and, you know, challenge him to a fight. And even then, he'd most likely just call the cops. If I was like, come out here and fight me, you little pussy, he'd be like, no, what if I just call the police?
Yeah, I mean, that would probably be my response to somebody who's outside my house threatening to fight me. Unless I was up in New Hampshire, in which case I'd just threaten to shoot them. And then if they continued, I would just shoot them and I'd get away with it.
Or Texas.
Yeah, or Texas. It's weird that New Hampshire and Massachusetts have, like, polar opposite laws when it comes to defending yourself. Like, Massachusetts, it's like, can you escape? You must, can you escape, you must leave. Can't escape, you must deal enough damage to be able to then leave.
Bro, like, if you're in my house, if you're
Yes?
in my home, you have forfeited
What?
your right to life. I'm just gonna
Yeah, I
say that.
wanted to
Oh, yeah,
go
same
get
with me.
something,
Yeah, no,
and
if
you
you
were
invade my
asleep. So I didn't want to ask you to move your car, so I just took yours instead.
Yeah, no, if you enter my house and I don't know who you are and you're trying to rob me, like, you have 100% forfeited your life to all 3 of my swords, which all
Alright.
3 will be sticking out of your body in random directions, one of
Alright.
which will definitely be the asshole.
And I will probably end up in jail.
No, I have to do it
Oh yeah,
tomorrow
no,
morning.
definitely. I'll definitely end up in jail for murder, but I mean, at
It's-
least in the end, I can tell the court system, hey, you're sending me to jail for first-degree murder, but in my defense, the guy tried to rob me and was probably going to kill me if I didn't kill him.
That probably
What's-
wouldn't be first degree. That would be like second degree.
Yeah, I'd still go
Yeah.
to prison for it.
Yeah.
Oh, but you had to have the plan to grab your gun, so it's premeditated.
Yeah, but in Massachusetts, you're supposed to leave and have the authorities deal with it if you can. You're only supposed to defend yourself as a last resort, and even then, you're only allowed to do enough damage to incapacitate the person. Anything more is illegal, which is a little
Oh!
ridiculous.
Okay, then gotcha. So then,
So
I
like,
chop
if
off
somebody
your
if somebody broke into my living room, well, that would be considered excessive, so you'd get in trouble. But if somebody if I was in the living room and somebody broke in, and there was a second door that I could leave through, I'm supposed to leave through that door and call the authorities. If I were to attack them, I would get in more trouble than they did.
Or like if
no.
the cops come and deal with it, if they actually manage to get there, they're gonna shoot the guy anyway.
Yeah, like the police in my area, they don't even give a shit. Like, they've been called to like places around my house and even my house a couple times during those scenarios and situations. They came in, asked questions, and left. Didn't do anything, even when there was
They're not
clearly
gonna
something
get
that
there.
needed to be done. They just fucked off because they didn't care.
And then they just can't get there in time. Like typically, they can't drive fast enough.
One of them got stuck in the snow during a call. They came, they got stuck in the snow, and my dad had to go out there and push their vehicle out of the snow for them.
You see, this is why I think the police are fucking useless.
And the funniest part was
Because
my dad
this-
was the one who called them.
This is why I think the police are fucking useless, because this is all they do.
Yeah, my dad was the one who called the cops. I won't say why because, you know, it's personal, but he was the one who called the cops. Cops get here about 20, 30 minutes later, and then they get stuck in the snow across the street from us. So he has to go out there, push them out of the snow, and by that point, fuck it, everything's calmed down, there's no longer a problem. They go on their way.
Most of the time, cops just end up being like a glorified question asker, because like you can't really expect them to like get to your house in like 20 seconds, you know.
But yeah, that's why I say fuck
do the-
that and fuck waiting for them. If some motherfucker's coming into my house trying to rob me, I'm gonna cut his Achilles heels so
I mean,
he can't
if-
run,
if, like,
and
the-
then
if-
I'm gonna fucking chop off his fingers.
If the response
can't
time,
fucking use his gun.
if the response time for the police was like 60 seconds, I'd be okay with Massachusetts being like flee. But the response time is like 5 minutes, even if it's an emergency, which is why
I
I'm
mean,
not okay with it.
Either way, like either way.
I still,
like,
I
if
think
they're-
it's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous. But if the,
even if it takes a cop 60 seconds could be enough time for me to get like the shit kicked out of me and killed. You know?
well, that would, if that's the case, then we're going to be able to defend yourself. Like, if you're running and they are catching up to you, you can just defend yourself because you then can't flee.
Like, all I'm saying is that, like, okay, 60 seconds, that's still enough for them to take things. That's still enough for them. They could get, like, my TV off the wall. That'll be a terribly stupid thing to steal, but, like, 60 seconds.
well, like if they respond in 60 seconds and they stolen your television, you're like, yeah, they took my television. They're gonna be looking for the guy who's less than a minute away with a giant television running down the sidewalk.
running through the woods, like, on his hands and knees. It's too heavy.
It's just strapped to their back, and they're doing like a dog run.
You got a bungee cord just running like a fucking wild man.
Yeah, but like if the police response time was like 60 seconds or something average, it would make sense. But that's not the actual police response time. And like even then, I still don't like that.
You would need like a police station in every neighborhood for that to work.
You would need a police station on every other street.
Or like a train at like okay, maybe like I won't say like full throttle, like I won't say like cross Midwest. A train going at like normal like Massachusetts speed, you know, like the T.
Like the T.
Would not it wouldn't be
Assuming
able to
it's going.
station to my house.
Assuming it's going.
Yeah, assuming yeah.
Why does the T just like not work half the time? Like what the fuck? You have one job and that is to go.
I've been on a train once.
I've been on the T several times, and one time it just so happened that the stop we needed to get off at was the one where it stopped working, but like the train was like fully functional, and then randomly it was just like, oh, by the way, the entirety of the rest of the track is completely inaccessible. Everybody get off and walk or wait for the buses that are going to reroute you. And it was just like, what happened? And and like it's not like this is a rare thing. No, this happens all the time with the T. Like every day there's severe breakdowns and failures. And it's just like, how?
Yeah, I went to see like a Red Sox game with my dad and my uncle a few years ago, and like when we were on the way back, I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna get let's get a fucking soda or whatever at this stand." And because I had a step out of the way back to the train station for like half a minute, we missed the last train and had to wait like 3 or 4 hours for the next one.
Were you guys on like commuter lines?
It was already like.
Wait, so you guys were doing late night commuter line. That's why.
Yeah, it was like after like the last. I mean,
yeah, commuter rail is pretty slow. That's kind of to be expected, because the commuter rail is literally designed for commuting. They don't expect people to be taking that places daily, on like an inconsistent schedule.
Massachusetts thing. That wasn't even like a. I don't know what line it was, but like that was like the big transport line.
Yeah, that would be well, the commuter rail. The commuter rail is the only thing that would have such a ridiculous wait time. But that's because again, the commuter rail, they're thinking like people going back and forth between work. That's literally the idea of it. It's why it's so much more expensive. The regular subway runs way more frequently. That said, though, it's not uncommon for the subway to just be like, hey, it's going to show up instead of every 15 minutes. You're going to have to wait an hour because it just stopped working for no reason.
Last time I went on the subway, it was like years and years ago because I like never go anywhere. I was going to the Boston Aquarium with my mummy when I was like 12, and then I was going up the stairs and the escalator, and I was fucking around and I tripped and I fell down the escalator, and now I'm like I get shaky when I ride on escalators.
Like, I actually broke an escalator in a movie theater once.
I actually get freaked out by it now. I used to love escalators, and now I'm like petrified of them.
Oh, dude! At one point, this is when I was in high school, so I had like a terrible conscience for part of high school, which is why I ended up just like fleeing. But like, our school, because it was a school for people with problems, would be like, you didn't cause havoc, you get to go see a movie. Like, once a month. And I went, and a group of me and my friends were fucking around, and we were basically treating the escalator like a treadmill and walking backwards. And there was like 6 of us in a line, and I'm at the back of this line, right? So they're like, alright, it's time we get off, and they start sprinting to the top and jumping off, and for some reason, when I did that, it broke the whole escalator. Like, it's just like I made the jump and the whole escalator just like made this horrible noise and stopped working. We left, and then we came back next month and the thing was still broken. Somehow I broke an escalator.
Whenever I see anyone like running down an escalator or something, I just get so fucking scared for them.
What I don't understand is when escalators stop working, they like close them off and you're not allowed to walk on them. There's still stairs, right? Like,
I got hit by a car once.
bro.
We're talking about escalators, not cars.
I know, but I got hit by a car once.
My dog got hit by a car once, and the driver just drove off, and our dog was, believe it or not, fine.
Yeah, same thing with me. I was riding my bike across the street, and I was like really young at the time. So I had my bike. I looked both ways before crossing. No cars at all, either direction. So I was like, all right, let me go out there. Then this asshole from like a few houses down comes roaring out of his driveway the moment I start crossing the street, almost anticipating it. Fucking then just speeds right into me, fucking crashing my bike. And then I just go flying over the hood, and the only injury I sustain is a tiny little like scrape on my foot.
Rare.
That's
Going
it.
back
I
to your
just fly
dog,
over the top of the car. Just one
Sorry,
second.
what are you
I'm
saying,
on my
Shadow?
bike, next second, bike is gone.
I'm just imagining it now. Your dog getting hit and being totally fine. And he's just sitting there looking at the car like, "You motherfucker!"
Yeah, there were some people walking their dog by our house, and our dog decided to run out and, like, greet the other dog, and so he runs in the middle of the road, and this driver comes around, and our dog runs into the side of that car, and you can hear my dog yelp, and this giant thud, and you can, like, see the car shake from it, and the car just keeps driving. And our dog is fine somehow, despite, like, watching the dog's neck get, like, snapped almost all the way backwards in, like, a quarter of a second. It's just fine. And according to the vet, he sustained no injuries. And it's like, how? His neck, like he did what an owl does with its neck, and he has a spine that doesn't do that. Like, his head was almost backwards. How is he fine?
A little bit of whiplash.
They're just like, yeah, no, the dog is perfectly fine. And we were just like, what? His neck, like, his head almost turned all the way around. How is he fine? How is he not dead? And then apparently he had, like, spleen cancer, and he died from internal bleeding, basically, a few years later.
Oh, I was so happy with it got hit by a car and was fine still.
Yeah, no, apparently it's really common for labs to get cancer, and he had, like, spleen cancer or something, and he had shown up. He had shown signs of it, and we didn't realize it. And basically, the signs he'd shown before is whenever he'd have, like, an internal bleed, he would act sickly, but that bleed would eventually heal. So we thought he was just having, like, days where he was getting, like, a cold. And when we take it into the vet would be like, yeah, this is just a dog with a cold. Because no one thinks that the dog that's acting like it has a cold has cancer. Because why the hell would you ever think that? Then, one day, he was acting that way, and we were leaving him be, and he got up to go over to greet one of us as they came into the garage door, and he was stumbling like he was drunk, and then just, like, passed out. So we went and took him to the animal hospital, and they looked, and they were like, he has, like, spleen cancer, and his spleen is, like, 4 times bigger than it should be, and it's spread everywhere in his body, so you can spend like $500,000 putting him through chemo, and he'll live another like 2 months in immense pain, or we can just kill him now for like $1,000. And I was like, bro, you're gonna pay us money to just kill him? And like, they were like, oh yeah, because he's bleeding out, he's in shock, and he doesn't know where he is, and he doesn't feel any pain. It's like, so why are you paying us to kill him then? If he's not in any pain, why don't we just let him bleed out? Like, if he's in shock and he can't feel it, why humanely murder him? Why not just let him bleed to death if he can't feel it?
Because what if he feels it at the end?
He wouldn't. That was the whole thing. Instead, it's like, no, pay us $1,000 to force his heart to stop. Which honestly, I think fading slowly as you bleed to death is probably less like of a shock to you as you're dying than your heart just stopping out of nowhere.
I mean, I guess.
And also, I will point out, watching him bleed internally to death to me would have been less traumatic than watching him just go lifeless as his heart stopped. Like, to me, that was more traumatic to watch.
Yeah.
That was more fucked.
My parents didn't even let me watch my second dog get put down. They just didn't allow it. I didn't have the concept of the first one. I didn't even get to go for my first dog getting put down. Second dog, I was there at the vet clinic, but I wasn't allowed to see it.
That sad
that's
Minecraft song has started to play.
Yeah.
Like we're talking about this and it's just done.
And then my third dog, Rosie, she just outright she died of a heart attack. Like 1 second she's just sitting there next to the side of my mom's bed, just chilling, having fun as an old dog. She was like the oldest dog we'd ever had. And then next second, I'm hearing I'm down here, I'm hearing screams from upstairs. I'm like, oh god, what the fuck? Is there some bullshit fighting going on? Then I go up there, my dog is fucking convulsing on the floor, and I'm like, oh shit.
Heart attack.
Yeah,
Or seizure.
I tried to resuscitate her.
That wasn't gonna work.
I got a couple flinches, but then
Yeah, I'd be willing to bet those flinches are probably just the last electrical bits of the nervous system firing off. Because there's like a sauce you can pour on cooked squid, or not a cooked squid, a raw squid that you would eat, and it makes the tentacles of the raw squid move around even though it's dead, because the contents of the sauce basically just sets off the remaining
electro.
It just sets off the neurons and so makes it move around even though it's dead. And I'd be willing to bet that's more so what was happening, less of it was doing much of anything. Because I imagine seeing at the way a dog's ribcage is shaped, CPR on a dog is probably a lot harder than on a person.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, you can't.
It would be way less effective.
Yeah, I mean, I had learned from a few things on the internet and a TV show at one point, CPR for dogs, so I did know how to do it, but it was just too much. Besides, after she stopped moving, I kind of figured, yeah, even if I could resuscitate her, I mean, there's no guarantee that this wouldn't happen.
Yeah, I think the guy who invented the Heimlich maneuver, actually, there was something like he was at a dinner party, and he had taught a couple of the people there the maneuver he came up with, and he actually started to choke, and he got saved by it.
He only ever used it himself, for real, just a few years ago.
I had somebody give me the Heimlich maneuver once.
Just 80.
Man, the Heimlich maneuver is such a simple thing, too. It's literally just, force somebody's diaphragm up so that they try to reject anything in their throat. It's basically just an advanced cough.
As well as also using the built-up air pressure that's beneath the object that you're choking on, and using that to then push it back up to the surface.
Yeah.
Kind of like an airbag.
Well, it's like the Heimlich maneuver is just an assisted cough. Because if you coughed hard enough, you would force it out because you're doing the same thing as the Heimlich maneuver is.
Just on a weaker level, because you don't have somebody just fucking.
Because if every time you coughed to reject something stuck in your throat, if that caused you to break your ribs, humans would not live nearly as long.
Exactly. Yeah.
Though I have coughed very hard before and felt like I've broken ribs. You ever done that? You just have a violent cough because you're sick or something, and when you're done with a coughing fit, just it feels like the entirety of your insides from your chest down to your stomach is just in shreds.
It doesn't feel like that, but I know for a fact that there are times where I cough a hell of a lot, and then it ends up feeling like there's I just scratched up my throat from the inside super fucking bad, and my throat just aches.
See, I've had really bad coughing fits, but it doesn't really hurt really afterwards. But I have just fallen 3 feet onto my chest before and just bruised some ribs. And I just couldn't take deep breaths for a month.
Oh,
Has anybody ever belly flopped in a pool from the diving board?
I did worse than that, actually. I accidentally back flopped instead. That hurts way more than a belly flop.
Oh hell yeah, because that's just directly
hitting your back hurts way more than hitting your stomach.
Yeah, because it's your spine that's getting hit
if
first.
somebody ever gives me the choice of doing a back flop or a belly flop, I'm choosing the belly flop. That hurts less.
It does, yeah. I went and did a belly flop on the highest board. I landed in the water and I was like, ah! When I got out of the water, I when I surfaced partially, I was just screaming in pain. And all the lifeguard did was look down at me and went, "Hey, your choice, man. You made this decision." And then I just was like, ah, and then I got out
Yeah,
of the
they
pool,
probably
and then I
see
just
people
waited for it to
who
over.
do that all the time. If you're a lifeguard, they're like, I'm gonna do a belly flop. How bad could it be? Or like their drunk friend dares them to do it or something. And the lifeguard probably sees that all the time, and they know you're not in danger. You're just a stupid ass.
You're just stupid, and you know you had warning not to do it, and you did it anyway. So you know, eh.
Yeah. This was kind of fun. Even though I feel like I didn't get much accomplished in Blightfall.
Yeah, I gave you guys a barrel, by the way. I'm not sure if you ever used it.
We will probably not use it ever.
That's sad because a barrel by default has more storage.
We have
space
an
than a
ME
regular chest.
system.
I'm just saying a barrel has extra storage space than a chest by default.
We
which
have
is
an
cool
ME
design.
system. In that same amount of space, we can fit drives that hold like thousands of stacks of items. And we can have
saying
multiple of those drives. We have
you're not
no reason to
thinking
use a
of the-
barrel.
You're not thinking of the decorative standpoint. The fucking barrel is round, so it looks decorative. It
That looks
nice.
weird and it makes me uncomfortable.
It's
Because this is Minecraft. Things aren't supposed to be round.
Yeah, we'll try the Minecraft mod that adds rounded textures.
That one is terrible. You mean the no cubes mod? That one?
Yeah, the one
Yeah,
where
that one's
everything is
fucking
rounded.
god-awful and I hate it. It makes my
I wanna-
skin crawl.
I think what's hilarious about that mod more than anything is that it only works for for the blocks that are actually in its database. Any other blocks in the game, like modded or otherwise, are just certain blocks in vanilla that they just didn't get
They
around
just
to,
don't work.
Or just they're just regular squares. So then you're just going around in a cave, and you see the round.
And you'll just see some random square.
You'll just see a cube. You'll just be like, oh. So this is how it is today.
Today.
Yeah.
Specifically today.
Yeah.
Also, is it just me or has it not rained on the server for a long time?
It's rained.
You must do the rain dance and appease the gods.
I've seen it rain.
I think I'm gonna log off because it's 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I should probably do that too. I should have done that an hour ago, but I got kind of addicted to doing really weird, stupid shit in game.
Yeah, I'm streaming a video.
Of what?
Anyhow, stream's over. Goodbye. No outro this time.